morning. Good morning, my little clown gamers. How are you? How are we all doing? Rue, congrats on first. GD, I guess congrats on third and second out of order. And you did both of them? Naughty. Naughty, you're only supposed to do one. Can't claim them all. No, 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 no. Hi Visionary, hi Legion Rapture, and hi Zymox. How is everybody? Good morning. Let me put the music on for this game. I turned it down. It's quite loud. I have to like turn it down in my headset. It's quite in your face loud. You guys excited for Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy? I Apollo on her justice till she trilogy. That's the best title I could come up with today. Very much so? You're excited? Okay, good, good. I haven't played Ace Attorney in a while. Last time I played was the Great Ace Attorney Chronicle? The Great Ace Attorney, whatever it's called, with Plum. And it was fun, but I haven't done like a lot of reading games in a long time. It'll make up for it for how like silly and fun it is, of course. These games are always good, but I hope my throat doesn't get sore. I wish me luck. This game I totally love. Hi, La Master. I haven't played any of the Apollo Justice before. The only games I've played in the Ace Attorney series is the first game on Nintendo DS, which had like 4 cases. Oh, what are you talking about, Monkey Boy? Oh? That's great, man. That's great. I ain't reading all that. Good for you, or sorry that happened. I don't know. Anyway, the only game I've played in the Ace Attorney trilogy in the Ace Attorney series is the first one on Nintendo DS. And then I played a tiny little bit of, the one that had, like, Pearl? Faye? I don't know. I don't remember anything. So I don't know if I'm skipping ahead by playing this one next, but you know what? My mod, Funky Wonky Donkey, bought it for me my birthday? Or for Christmas? I don't remember, so I'm gonna play it. Hey, my pretty clown lady. Hi, was marvelous. How are you? I watch Let's Plays of these games, but like seeing others play. Oh, yay! Okay. Well, I hope I can do it justice. Apollo justice. I'll do my best. Oh, he looks so handsome. No, not you. I mean, you're alright too, but Nick, Phoenix, he looked good. He looked, oh, you're sexy. I see him everywhere, but I don't know his name. That guy with the hair. I can't wait. Ace Attorney. Hi, Funky Wonky Donkey. Yes, it's time for Ace Attorney. Hi, Apollo on her justice till she trilogy. Should we just start? Should we just get right into it? How's the game volume, by the way? It's like a little loud for me, so I've turned it down in my headset, but is it good? You're gonna enjoy this, I can feel it. I did love the first game. I did love the Phoenix Wright, game. Why does he have like, what's his necklace? Can I see that? We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Oh shit, you can just like skip through it? They just let you skip into chapters? That's crazy. This is not the first one. This is the first game in the Apollo Justice trilogy. The first game was Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. This is... listen, I don't know. Ask Funky. Funky's the Ace Attorney expert in the chat. I don't know which way. Turnabout Trump. Right, shh, everybody, shh. Oh, this is cool. Are they playing poker? Showdown time. You lose. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, he's got the bottle. Eek. He dropped all his poker cards. I would have loved to see how this looked on the 3DS. Was it the same art? I mean, was it 3DS or regular DS? Someone hit him hard. Me? Please. Cop should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. Okay. April 20th, 9:37 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Alright, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Apollo, panicked, palms sweaty. Palms sweaty, mum spaghetti. I can admit it, I'm nervous. I think the culprit is Lou. I just got here. I just got here, Rocco. That's not fair. That's not fair. I haven't done anything yet. Come on now, go on. Palms sweaty, I can admit it, I'm nervous. Ah, good morning. You! Good morning, so wait, is he like my boss? He looks so bad! Wait, he looks so bad! I had to physically recoil and put my hand over my face. Ew! What's he wearing? Good morning, sir. Christoph, you look tense, Justice. Wound up tight. Wound up, sir? No! I'm loose! I'm fine! That screeching noise, is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Ouch, he's like hurting my feelings. The first trial and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh? I'm fine. I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Cords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine. That explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your screech. He's being so mean! Wait, I didn't know his name was Christoph. I thought he was named something else. I thought he was something... No, I'm thinking of Godot. G-O-D-O-T, that guy. He's the guy that has the weird, like, eye mask thing. Never mind. Cough, cough, cough. I overdid it again. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down. Howdy all. Hi, Dungeon Alan. How are you? Welcome in. Wait, have I got Pop-Off behind me? What the fuck is he doing there? Get in the bin. Wouldn't want to let him down if you get my drift. Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. Oh, that's concerning. Wait, you shouldn't be anywhere near this case. You dined with the defendant the night of the murder? I can't let this case fall through. Yes, I'm fine, sir. Stop saying that, Apollo! One more thing, don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you to the wrong way. Okay. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. This feels like he's too close to the case. If the client is his friend that he had dinner with the night of the murder. My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. Today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him, no way. It's Nick! He looks so bad! Why is he wearing a butt plug on his necklace? What is this? Whoa. Good, morning. Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial, nervous. Meeting him, cardiac arrest. Wait, Apollo's a little bit funny. Apollo's a bit funny for saying that. I think I'm supposed to say something. Help? So you're Fine, I'm fine. Mr. Fine, is it? No, fuck's sake, Apollo. I did remember you having an odd name. Well, we're off to a great start. You can't talk! Phoenix, right? You can't fucking talk, bro. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top- Gavin! I knew his name started with a G. Sorry, G? What, Christoph Gavin? Is that his name? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney, and he's your friend, so why? You'll see. Is he trusting me because he's like, I remember when I was a young attorney and with that? You can do it, be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, it's time, shall we? Yes, sir. They haven't done the reveal yet, obviously, but I know that that's Nick. I know. I've been on the internet long enough to know. Okay, I need to focus. First trial. Here comes justice. Yay! Oh, hey, Judge, you're looking good. The court is now in session. What is with this guy? Payne is so fucking ugly. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is fine. I mean ready, Your Honor. Mind going blank, don't panic, act too late. Your name was Mr. Justice? And this is that seriously? I guess it is. Mr. Justice? Apollo Justice? What a crazy fucking name for a lawyer to have. Yes, Your Honor. But I'm fine, really. Shut up, Apollo! Stop saying that. He's kind of cute, though. But his weird little, like, chicken hair kind of... Not sure on it. You quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Mr. Gavin? Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression that you would be heading up the case. That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always see to his client's wishes. Okay, so... Yeah, Nick directly requested us. My client specifically requested Mr. Justice. I would too, though. I would too. If there was a lawyer named Mr. Justice, and that was his legal real name, like, I would put my eggs in that basket, you know? I would absolutely bet on that. Of course he wants justice, but to entrust his case to this greenhorn, hey, be nice to him. Why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. So Gavin's got trial experience, fine, but does he have cords of steel? Alright, Apollo, come on, bud. Let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. Justice was my father's name? Really? I would trust him. I would trust him if that's true. I would trust him with my life. Let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. Please, please. Call me Apollo. Justice was my father's name. Alright, here he is. This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. So... Take your beanie off, bro. Long time no see, Mr. Right. Let's put the past behind us, shall we? Oh, Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix Wright. These days I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player. Oh. Okay, I wasn't expecting piano player. I didn't know he played piano. Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I didn't know he played piano. This is Phoenix Wright? Yeah, the defendant. He's been accused of murder. He's on hard times. That's why he's like wearing a beanie and he looks bad. You have to be on hard times to wear a beanie. Won't speak of it further then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne. I think I saw you enter this room a fresh attorney, and now I'll see you leave in chains. Ah, Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see. Yeah, this is him. You can tell by the eyes. Don't look at his 5 o'clock shadow. His ugly-ass beanie. I don't know why he's wearing this. But you can see his little spiky hair coming out the back. Oh, you can't see my mouth. I was like, hinting to think. Oh, well. Yeah. He's just a bit run down, I guess. Winston Payne, subtle as ever, I see. Ahem. The crime occurred at the Borscht Bowl Club? Borscht? How do you say that? Is it borscht? 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 A Russian restaurant. A Borscht Bowl Club. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him, wham, on the head, smack, killed him cold. Alright, let's keep it factual, Payne, Jesus. Customer at the restaurant, you say. And the defendant, you say he was the pianist for the club, it seems. Oh, he works at a... Oh, that's nice. That's so nice. He's got a new job as a pianist at a restaurant. Phoenix Wright, a pianist? Look at him, he looks fucked up. This is the weapon that took the victim's life. A wine bottle. A bottle of grape juice. We can't call it wine? It's wine. Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice. It's grape juice? I mean... Oh!
It's a Twitch baby. Let's name them something great.
Oh, What will we name them? Thank you so much for resubbing, Lair Jake. Happy 9 months. What will we name the Twitch baby? I'm gonna drop it off the adoption center later. They can figure out a name for it. I'm not mother material. Grape juice is apparently our defendant drink of choice. I can't believe that! They're calling it grape juice? The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence. Deadly bottle! Deadly bottle was added to the court record. Deadly bottle. Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently. Court record. Right. I've heard of that. I can look at it now. I can look at all of the people involved in the I don't know you yet. I don't know you yet, but you're clearly... Wait, no, he's the victim? Alright, I thought he was gonna be the murderer. This is the victim. Shady Smith. The victim in this case, a traveler only recently back in country. Christoph Gavin, boss at Gavin Law Offices, first-rate defense attorney, and my trusted mentor, Phoenix Wright, pianist at the Borscht Bowl Club, formerly an ace defense attorney for some renown. And Winston Payne, we don't care about him. Thank you for lurking there, Jake. I think Phoenix Wright did it. No, man, no. I mean, we haven't got the evidence yet. We could have. Smith's autopsy report. He died at 2 AM, April 17th. Death was caused by a single blow to the forehead. And this is the sub-basement of the Borscht Bowl Club. It's a crime scene photo. They were playing poker, here's the bottle. Doesn't look dead, but I mean, I guess he is. Alright. Use E to look at the evidence so far. I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Right, just use E. Wait, actually, I didn't check the bottle. It has Phoenix Wright's fingerprints on it, so that's concerning. Let's just wipe those off right now. Bottle is completely empty. And what about the lid? No clues here. Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently, it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. I wonder how well it goes with borscht. I don't think it does. Alright, there's no other clues on this bitch. Where does this take place? I don't know where these games take place. Is it Japan? Or is it kind of like a fantasy realm? Is it a fictional place with a justice system that is similar to Japan's or something? I don't know if it's I don't know. Japanifornia. There you go. There you go. Is that real? The victim was a customer at this restaurant. But just who was this Shady Smith fellow? I believe he was a traveler, Your Honor. Traveler? According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He'd only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear. And he had some sort of connection with the defendant? That too is unclear at present, Your Honor. I believe they first met at the Borscht Bowl Club on the night of the crime. So what you're saying is Phoenix had no Motive. He didn't even know him. If they'd only just met, then why murder? Exactly, Judge. Exactly. Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing. That's so funny. Slighted his piano playing. That's like if somebody came up to me, like in chat, and said, you know what, Lou, I don't think you're a good streamer. And then I murdered you on the spot. In the US translation, it takes place in LA, and the OG is just Japan, which is why Maya loves burgers. So we call it Japanifornia. I see, I see. What if I just like murdered somebody on the spot for saying one mean thing to me? That doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. Hey! At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. Oh, because they were playing poker. Right. As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene. Hey Lou, I think your stream is bad. Come here. Come here, I just want to see something. Just come here. Just come a little closer. Come a little closer, Frankie. I just want to see something real quick. As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime. Wait a second! Alright, Judge. Isn't poker gambling? That's a crime in and of itself! Is it? I don't think, is it? I mean, I guess it is in this world. Ouch. It appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest... Okay, the basest sort of criminal, but I'm here like, yeah, based on what, bro? Like, he's based as fuck. Let's go. Gambling is illegal in Japan. Okay. So this is in Japan. Well, it was written in Japan, right? It's a Japanese game. It's like Japanese devs, etc. So they're basing it off of their own laws and cultures, I suppose. Objection! It's true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim, yet it was only that, a game, in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor. Competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome. Okay! Alright, slay, Christoph! Come again? The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women. What the fuck? He's impressed me! That will be our first order of business here then, to find out more about this fatal game of cards. Phoenix, why are you acting so sus? Like, stop smirking. Stop smirking! Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime. My pleasure. This is it, my first trial. Here goes nothing. Let's go, Apollo. Let's go, baby boy. He's just like me. Payne and I, we're kind of the same. Yeah, you know what? I can see that. I can see that, man. I agree. That's the first real thing you've said, man. Alright, the competition. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. So why is it your job, Phoenix? Are you stupid? My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. Okay. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is, a game. And our customers are happy. A pianist who can't play piano? Better than a defense attorney who can't defend. Damn, yeah, nah, Funky, you and this guy are like besties. This is the kind of shit that you would say. Damn. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor, I can't believe this. My first cross-examination, don't blow it. Are you alright? You're sweating bullets. Bullets? Where? Oh my god, Apollo. Apollo, buddy, it's alright. Take a deep breath, my friend. It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy too. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times, though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? No. No, I don't need a refresher. I know how this shit works. No thanks. No need for help here, sir. I think I've got this one covered. Alright. I think you better do more than think. You know it or you don't. I know it. I'm fine. I got this. My weapons, press and present. Find any inconsistencies and lies in the testimony and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it. Know it. Do it. Inconsistencies. Lies. Phoenix, right? He would never do that. Phoenix would never lie. It's up to me to prove it. Okay, well. He is human. To err, you know. Defense may begin the cross-examination. Let's fucking go. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. Well, let's just press him on everything. You say one thing, then Apollo says it right after. You're kind of just like Apollo. I love Apollo. He's a good guy. He's the protagonist, man. Come on, he's a good boy. You can hardly play? Oh, I play sometimes when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want. That's supposed to be a boast just now? Title of pianist is a mask, a respectable face I wear for the world at large. And why are you really at the Borschtball Club? Wait, Judge, you're not supposed to be intervening on this, right? Like, stop, I'm cross-examining. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. Alright, tell me more about that. 2 decks of cards? Simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards. Oh, so they don't, like, put 2 decks of cards in one game. They just alternate decks between games. Okay. Something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor. Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor, each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really. What are you talking about? What's he talking about? He needs to stop yapping. Incidentally, we used 2 types of cards at the club. One deck card was red and one deck of cards was blue. As I recall, in poker you make 5 card hands. Am I gonna have to remember the poker rules now? I can see how it would be easy to cheat. Yes, a game of hands. Phoenix, why are you being this way? Just like, stop being... He's being cringe. That's all it is, a game, and our customers are happy. Alright, but why are they happy with that? So you claim you weren't gambling? That's right, it was simply a game. You didn't bet any money, not even a little. The only thing at stake in our game was pride itself. Oh, well put, Mr. Right. You're being cringe, Phoenix. I've got a mind to play a hand of poker myself. Judge, you can't say that. Stakes, your fate. What is wrong with you? Can we get back to the trial now? Can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony. Isn't it a little early to be jumping to conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget to press. Alright. Hold on, I don't want to present anything, I just want to- can I not look at the fucking court record without presenting? The real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table, room where we play, and the competition of the club's main attractions. Hit E? So it won't just like automatically present? Okay, cool, I can. You think that they would put this in color? You think this would be a color photo? Hi Jeannie, how are you? Welcome in. Alright, it says it's a sub-basement, but why is there a light? Why is there a window with light coming in? Basements don't have that. 2 AM. Bottle. Okay. Well, that's got nothing to do with this. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction? It has quite a history, actually. The Borschtball Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types in the back day. Black market? This is getting worse and worse, Phoenix! All in the past, things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right here in that room. Smoky room, gambling hoods, you know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through the small window. I can practically picture it now. That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout. Alright, well, I thought the window was something. The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. Where's the contradiction? Did I press this one? I think I did, but let me just do it again. They pay you just to play poker. That would seem to be the case. I'm a professional after all. Do I just take pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hardworking member of society like me to imagine. Oh, funky. This is the expression I always think you're making as well. This little hand tap that he's doing. Your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston. Oh! 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 Get fucked! Get fucked, Funky! Your imagination was always a bit limited! Hey, yo! I've played poker for 7 years in that little room, and I've never lost once. What? See why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw, that is, I'm quite a draw. Why is he being so cringe? Phoenix, you're so weird. Never lost once, not even one time? I said I'm a professional. Yeah, that's kind of odd that he hasn't lost once, especially since poker is a game of chance and bluffing, I guess. That really doesn't help his case. As, like, you're that good at bluffing and lying and covering up the truth? Interesting, interesting. This competition you're talking about, I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right. It was a simple game, after all. Are you sure? Huh? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment the crime occurred, yet you claim no connection to the crime. Now that's strange. Phoenix, can you just stop being cringe? Stop being cringe, Phoenix, and just tell us what happened. What's strange? I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Hey, yo! Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense. I completely let that one slip by. Shit! Don't despair yet, Justice. Sir? Right, there's something I'd like made clear, namely your connection to the case at hand, and I'd like to hear it from you. We're playing Pink? Yeah! I guess I am. Hi, B-Love, how are you? Defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press. And I've got myself a whole new testimony. Yeah, good job! I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will never say— oh wait. I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon? But your fingerprints are on it, bro! Now I have to present the fucking thing, because your fingerprints are here, dude. Wait. Huh? I want to present it. I don't want to— yeah, present. So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon. This grape juice bottle, right? I said. Something the matter? Yeah, this is not helping my case. Something the matter, Mr. Justice? Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb. I shouldn't have told them. What's this, Mr. Payne? I examined the bottle in question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints. Bro, like, Apollo, why'd you do that? You should have lied. Objection! You don't need to shout, Mr. Justice, I can hear you just fine. Oh, he's so cute. You stupid boy, Apollo. Excess yelling can damage the judge's ears and our case. But what about my cords of steel? Oh, he's so crazy. Hi, guy, big guy. Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. The prints alone don't prove he did it. Okay, Jesus. Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints. Huh? But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down? As in, he held it from the neck of the bottle? Upside down, what does that mean? It means he was holding the bottle inverted, and there can be only one reason for that. No, that's bullshit, because I pick shit up like that all the time. I to brain someone with the bottle. What a way to say that. No, because I pick shit up like that all the time. I'm always picking up bottles like that. Alright, calm down, Apollo, it's alright. So Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worst. Don't bottles break when you do that? No, definitely not. Only if you smash them against like a table or something. I see no problem, Mrs. Justice. Huh? The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything, you'll see. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. Damn, Phoenix, give me something! And now, not very cooperative, are you? Wine bottles are hard as shit to break. Aha! Objection, Funky! So they are wine bottles. You admit it yourself. There's no going back on that now. This could hurt your case. I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. Must be some reason. Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what might that be, Mr. Gavin? On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police? Was it you? No, it was Phoenix. Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that... Really? You stupid judge, you didn't know that? Sussy self-report? Oh! No, don't say that. Don't say that. Phoenix, he's innocent. He's innocent! Yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone. Near the scene? Let's take a look at a diagram of the murder scene, shall we? Yes, please. I'd love some new fucking evidence put in the court. Victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from the ground level. Cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. Oh, he looks so good! The call came from the 1st floor of the restaurant. This restaurant looks like shit, by the way. There's like, the walls are all cracked, there's cum on the piano. Like, what the fuck's going on in this place? It's horrible. This is the phone that made the call. Oh, he's got like a little Nokia. Cute. Mr. Wright's cell phone. Used by the defendant to notify the police from the restaurant's 1st floor. The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose, yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative? He looks drunk. What on the piano? That was goop on that piano. Candle wax, not orgy goop? Why would there be candle wax on the part of the piano that stands upwards though? It was a grand piano. The grand piano, and it was open, it was lifted up. You couldn't put a candle on there and then it would melt. It's diagonal, the candle would fall off. It's snow inside. These inconsistencies. These inconsistencies in your statements. That, sir, was cum. Sorry, my voice. I wanted to say that so clearly, but I choked. Maybe the piano is melting? The piano was black and that was white. No. Irk. Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I'd better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being. Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about... What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment the crime occurred? How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness. Yes, it'll be whoever was outside looking through the window, but that will be the murderer. This witness will be the actual murderer. Hee. You're as good as they say you are. Someone else was in the room the night of the crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime. Or committed it. Apollo, you stupid bitch. Hold on one sec. The verdict, Lou is guilty. I'm the defense attorney. I can't be. I'm not even involved with the case. Come on, come on, come on. You're saying this is a tutorial case? True, Lou did it. Hey! Hey! Guilty of being a clown. Come on, you guys, I didn't do it. Very well, the prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. Oh, she's kawaii! Oh, you're the murderer? I feel bad. I feel bad about, like, prosecuting you. You're too cute to go to jail. Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness? She's right there. She's holding borscht. I surmise that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns. Wait a second. Relevant. Incredibly relevant. Hey, you leave me and Apollo out of this. You leave us fucking out of this, man. Wait, why didn't the bonk work? Why no bonking? God damn. There. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So I use a little hair gel. Relax, people. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I've got on too. Just a little hair gel. Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off. Hey! Don't touch them! You are sure? Swear it on my gavel. Please, come out. Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor? What is he talking about? Well, if you are sure, it is okay. Oh, she's so kawaii! I can't do it. I can't send her to prison. Now the Ah! She took it. Snap! You're going in my cringe compilation. Why did she do that? Wait a minute. Would the prosecution care to explain the witness's, paraphernalia? Yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade. And that would be... My name is Olga Orly. Olga Orly. Olga Orly. I'm employed as a waitress in the Borscht Bowl Club restaurant. And why the camera? Of course, it's my pride to serve borscht in that naming... Wait. Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht that is naming my restaurant. But I also perform how it is said other service. Oh! I take it one of these other services is taking the customer's pictures. Like for example, this one. Okay, it's not looking... Wait, why is there snow everywhere? Wait a minute, why is there snow everywhere? It's not cum. It's snow. Why is there snow in the basement? For example, this one. Okay, so. Interesting. Oh no, I gotta let my cat out of the room. Hey, Lulu. Wait, if you guys are lucky, she might meow for you. Hold on. Say something, Lulu. Say something. Say something, girl. Come on. She's right here by the microphone. Say something. Come on. They want to hear you. Oh, yay! Yay! Okay, it's fine, girl. It's fine. She just sounds like that. It's okay, Lulu. It's all right. All right, I'm gonna take her outside now. Come on. There we go. She's out. She's got a very ugly meow. Forgive her, please. Alright, that's the defendant. Indeed, on the night of the murder. Man in white hat is one who has gone kaput. It's true. Indeed, that is the victim. Order. This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps. Yeah, aren't you supposed to put that shit into the court record at the beginning of the case? You can't just pull shit out. I mean, this is Phoenix, right? It do be happening that way, but... She's Siamese? Siamese cats sound like that. No, she's not. She is just a tortoise shell. She's a bits and pieces cat. She's got All kinds of shit in her. She's just like that. It is the same way I drop cold balls of borscht onto laps of customers, casually. Then the court will casually accept this new evidence. Alright. Let's have a look at it. And witness, where were you at the time of the murder? Hold on, I want to have a look at this photo and the cell phone first. Nice slides, Phoenix. Toes out in the restaurant? Like, this is how you dress for work? He's so annoying. He's pissing me off. Alright, there are wine bottles here. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. He's eating his borscht. He's arguing. Wait, he seems to have the same necklace on that Phoenix is wearing in the case. This is the same necklace. Did you kill him and take a trophy, Phoenix? Oh, fuck. And I guess all this snow is... because it's a theme. It's the Russian, it's a Russian themed restaurant. It's snowy in Russia. Is that the fake snow everywhere? All right. And let's look at this as well. Oh, what's this? Wow, the battery is being held in with a piece of tape. He should just buy a new one. Maybe he can't afford it, or he just doesn't care. Can I take that off? Anything else to look at? I thought there was gonna be something hidden in the battery compartment. Okay, well. Pretty sure there's just holes in the roof. It's a basement! It's a basement! How could there be holes in the roof and the floor? And snow falls all the way down to the basement. No, that's above? What? But they said it was they said it was a basement. Is sub-basement an attic? Wait, what is sub-basement? What? There's 2 floors? Oh, you're right. This was upstairs before he got murdered. Ah, okay. I'm sorry, Funky. I got confused. There are 2 rooms. Well, this place sucks. There's holes in the roof. What a terrible fucking place. Alright. Where were you at the time of the murder? I was in room, the hideout, we call it. Excuse me, the hideout? It is room where famous gangster bad guy was arrested. It is room where murder took place. What? Stop it! Your look of utter surprise, it is lovely. I will post my courtroom door later for you. She's so nice. Photos will be numbered and you will write which ones you want copy of. So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. Victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga Orley, our witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means it's got to be her. Does suck as a piano man who can't even play piano, Stuber. Oh, Phoenix. You will testify to the court about that night's events. Alright, Olga Orley. That fateful night. That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold, both players played with hats on, duh. The victim, he plays whole time with his hands on locket at his neck. Then last hand is done, but something terrible has happened, duh. That man flew at victim and is strangling him to— Okay, well that's not true, he was hit with a bottle. You stupid bitch, I already know what to do. I'm gonna press her about the necklace first as well, because I'm interested in that. Incidentally, who won the game? Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim. Mr. Smith. Objection! You can't just assume that, you need proof. That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose. Justice, maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection? But he hadn't lost in 7 years. Take it from me, kid, it happens. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as a prosecutor either. Incidentally, I have some evidence here. Stop! Random evidence! Oh shit, okay. These are the poker chips as they lay the very moment of the crime. The hand and the chips on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith. Chips, you say? Duh, I mean, yes, just imagine that poker is war. Your hand is your army and the chips are the spoils. I know that. After all, in my youth I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3. What, Judge? What? Who knew? Who knew he was the poker head of courtroom number 3? I think he means poker face. Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. That doesn't mean he won. That means he bet the most. Right? I don't know. I don't know how poker works. Oh, hi, Yuki! He was a big shot in his time. Yeah, he was the poker head. He was the poker head of courtroom number 3, apparently. Chip's photo added to the court record. Let's go in the middle. Okay, okay, so he was winning. Or he had more to bet. I don't know. Very well, the defense may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, thank you. I need to press her about this, necklace. That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold, with players with hats on da. The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. Tell me about that. His locket? I believe it was a good luck charm da. He gripped it many times as he played that night. Yes, he must have felt as though it might carry him to the moon and stars. Alright, that's an odd thing to say. It was small enough to fit around his neck. It wouldn't have much lift. What are you fucking talking about, Judge? The defense would like a clarification. This is a locket we're talking about. I mean, a pendant with a picture in it, right? Not a rocket. Of course, I knew that. This judge is so stupid. Fuck. It's probably a pendant shaped like a rocket. That's why she called it that. No, it's a locket! Are you stupid? See, you say something, then Apollo asks the same thing. I am him and he is me, okay? He's me. We're the same guy. Considered bad form to poke fun at the hard of hearing in our society. Hard of hearing or hard of understanding? And what happened next? Okay, so I didn't glean much from that. It was just a stupid little, that man flew at the victim and is strangling him. Well, that's not fucking true, because he was killed by a single blow to the forehead. You stupid bitch. Oh, really? Strangled, you say? That's odd. Ah, normal customers only choke on borscht. What are you talking about? I mean, this report shows the victim died of a blow to the head. Ack! Mrs. Orley, or Miss Orley, she's single. Really now, did you witness the crime? Eek! Oh, she caught the borscht. Good job, girl. Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. What? He's still wearing his hat and everything. Okay, but he doesn't look like he was strangled either. There's no, like, hand marks. Yet, it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor. Yeah, so he was hit and she put his hat back on. And then was gonna be like, he was strangled. You stupid bitch. You think they don't have, like... You don't... Like, why would she do that? He was just eepy. He's just taking a nap. He's not actually dead. We all overreacted. We all overreacted. He's gonna, like, walk in at the end of the case and be like, what's going on? Oh shit! Here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation. Somebody put his hat back on. He's bald too. Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? This head certainly was hit. Yeah, so he wasn't strangled. Why? Also, his oh shit. His necklace is gone, and Phoenix is wearing it, so it's not looking good for Phoenix. In that photo, he's not got a necklace on. Okay, alright, Phoenix, listen, you're making it real hard, bro. You're making it real hard to vouch for you, buddy. Oh, he took the necklace. Why'd you do that? Surely they were betting something and he won the necklace in a bet, right? He won the necklace in the game of poker in a bet, surely. Is there anything I can glean from this? There's cards on the floor and shit. I don't know which one's the winning hand because I don't know enough about poker. Shit. Alright, let's continue. But I've seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at victim his neck. Oh, he must have lunged at the victim and took his necklace! He must have taken his- he didn't strangle him, he lunged at him, took the necklace, and then probably went upstairs, and then she decided to murder him. Oh really, Miss Orley, I think I've caught you in your own lie this time. Justice? I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more. What do you mean? I found a contradiction! There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me. Very well, it seems we should continue the cross-examination. Such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead, let's stop beating it. There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much too. Did he say that out loud? 3 kings beat 3 sevens, do they? I don't know. I don't know how all of the flushes work in this game. I need to play more Balatro. If I play more Balatro, then I'll know. Only play a little bit. At night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on. Da. Victim, he plays whole time with hand on locket at his neck. And last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. After defendant tried to strangle victim, he hit him with bottle. Okay, bullshit. You can't just change your shit, man. You can't just change your shit. I have Kitty? Ooh, lovely. I had a Kitty earlier. I had to let her out of the room, but she meowed very loud for the audience. Alright, let's just press everything, because I'm not sure. You are dealing cards. Do you do this often? Da, I am doing this. If customer wishes that I serve anything. Borscht, cards, more borscht. Stop taking photos. It is my work. Good to hear of a place that hasn't forgotten the meaning of service. Shut up, Judge. Welcome you to Borscht Bowl, where borscht is warm as waitress. No! Borscht is served cold. It's served cold. This is a contradiction. Did that get added to the court record? Hold on, I want to check. No, it didn't. Oh, I was hoping. You need to get more passionate with that voice acting. Duh. I can't do a Russian accent. If somebody else comes in with a better accent, I will do it, but I can't do a Russian accent. I don't know how. All I know is Das Vidanya. I can't. Not good at a Russian accent. If we get like a cowboy or a British man, I'll go crazy. I'll go off the charts. Both players had their hats on, right? Why did the TTS not work? Fucking TTS bot. I'll make her say it for you. British.
British.
British, there you go. It's already April, how could it be cold? At Borscht Bowl Club, we have pride on authentic rustic Russian restaurant theme. Outside it is city in spring, but inside it is always cold as Mother Russia. So, it wasn't snowing outside, Funky. There was not snow coming through the ceiling. You liar. It's spring in the city. No way am I going there. When it comes to hot borscht, cold is best seasoning, da. Victim, he plays whole time with his hands on locket at his neck. Already pressed that. Last hand is done, something terrible has happened. Just press it anyway. Something terrible? Eek! The defense will refrain from needless shouting. Sorry. Alright, continue, continue, continue. I was so frightened, I trembled with fear. Alright, after defendant tried to strangle victim, he hit him with bottle. Press. You didn't say anything about hitting before. So sorry, I must be forgetting this stuff. Witness, you will take greater care with your testimony. Oh da, I'm sorry, Your Honor. And that clears up the discrepancy with the autopsy report, I believe. The defendant made to strangle his victim, but then changed his mind. And chose a simpler, blunter means to do the job. Yes, that sums it up nicely. They strangled him, then hit him. Something's fishy about all this. Yes, I already know it's the necklace, but how do I connect it? Only 3 people in the room at the time of the murder. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and... If Mr. Wright isn't the killer, obviously it's her. I've got you now, Orly. Now hold on. How do I... The locket's not on his neck here. The locket is on his neck here. And the locket is not on his neck here. So obviously, Phoenix has lunged at him to grab the locket. It's not in this photo anywhere. The wine bottle's there. And it's empty also. No other times on any of these. I can't like examine this in any way. I just don't know which one I should present. I don't know. Like, I want to present this one because it's the only one that has the locket on, but I don't think it, I don't think it makes sense. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. Alright, well it doesn't. I lost some health. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Alright, hold on. Which one do I fucking present against? After defendant tried to strangle victim, he hit him with bottle. Go to the statement when she actually talks about the locket? But I don't see how presenting this is gonna, like... I mean, I guess? Oh no, I've got to do the one where he's not wearing a locket. Right, okay. I've got to do the one where he's not wearing a locket. I was getting too far ahead of myself. I was overthinking. I was... You know, there was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean? Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about? For the last testimony, Your Honor, the victim played with his hand on his locket at his neck, I believe she said. Hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar. No, but look at this photograph. He's not wearing a locket! But then they're gonna turn around and be like, but he was wearing a locket earlier in the night. We've got a photo of it. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, dipshits, but it's not there now. Like, I got too ahead of myself. Happy all the time, but you didn't know what you needed to do, so you were gaming just fine. Thanks, Funky. Yeah, I just got too ahead of myself. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck? Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this. But what does it mean? If we are to believe this witness testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death. Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. Quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, somebody must have taken it. I love that Phoenix is wearing it. Like, he's wearing it right now and nobody has noticed. He's wearing it. Okay, Felice, hello. Thank you for the 7-stream streak. How are you? Someone must have taken it off. Taken it off? Wait, you don't mean... The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? So Phoenix must have got a little bit angry at him and snatched it off of him. Irk? Defendant, what do you have to say to this? Nothing? Say. Yeah, he's wearing it! For fuck's sake, Phoenix! Why would you wear that right now? It just makes you look bad. Like, I know that you're innocent and we're gonna get to the bottom of it, but why would you wear it to court? Why would you wear it? He won it? Yeah, but like, why would you wear it if you were accused of the guy's murder from the day before? Even if you won it, like, honestly, why would you put it on and take it with you? Does that same Phoenix? Yeah, he's kind of on hard times at the moment. He works in a shady club as a poker player, pianist, something. Yeah, he's kind of on hard times. Slay, daddy! He's taken up drinking too. Yeah, he drinks a lot of grape juice. And he doesn't shave anymore, apparently. I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you? Oh, you mean this? Yes, it's a locket with a photograph inside. a photo of my daughter. Tracy? Isn't that her name? Tracy? Come again? Mr. Wright, you have a daughter? We confirmed it at the time of the arrest. Oh, Trucy. Okay, I knew I was close. We confirmed it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter. So Mr. Wright has a locket too. Why don't I buy that this is just a coincidence? Did the other guy win it off of him? The other guy steal it or win it off of him and Phoenix had to win it back and he got mad because it had a picture of his daughter in it, so he snatched it back? Well now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game. Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost badly. Yeah, so he lost and he said, I want that. And then Phoenix snatched it off him, I guess. Why did he hand it over in the first place? Miss Orley, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant. Right, here we go. The game began with 3,500 points in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who is winning, it was the victim. For last hand, defendant will play all chips on table and lose. Well, that's not true. We got a contradiction right there. Moment lost was decided. Defendant grabs bottle from table and... Indeed, looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game. As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow. It wasn't his life, it was just his job. How many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor. Why is he saying it like that? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor. A common tale, but true. He thinks the judge watches too many old court movies. The Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. If only fucking Mr. Wright would tell us for himself instead of saying, I'm not gonna tell you anything, tee-hee-hee. Like, you might go to prison, dude! Game began with 3,500 points of chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was the victim. The last hand defendant played with all chips. He didn't do that, right? Because you said that to play the chips, you had to put them in the middle of the thing, and his are all still here. So he didn't play them, right? So, if this is the last hand, then we present this. Objection! No? Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure if I... Really? It clearly contradicts the, God damn it! I don't think that won me any points with the judge, fuck! Hi, running pastry? Couldn't be an Ace Attorney game without dipshit defendants. That's such a funny thing to say when the defendant is Phoenix. Dipshit defendant. Alright, fine, let's just press her. Last hand? It was largest points of any hand. The defendant's hand, it was excellent. Try to use it to take victory from behind. It appears that both the defendant and the victim's hands are in this picture. Truly an excellent hand, however, so is the victim's. One with the highest number wins, so the defendant loses. Victim, Mr. Smith, has a stronger hand than the defendant and crushed him. I believe that explains what occurred next. Once cards laid down on the table, it happened. Okay. Go back. Are those the usual starting points? Were any special rules used? No, not special. Usual game, usual rules. Each man began with 3,500 points. The total would be... Are you stupid, Judge? 7,000 points. Please, this isn't calculus. It's not even long division. Oh, he did a little ... about that. Two sizes, small and large. Are the chips in this photo all the chips that we used? Of course. Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? Yes. Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips. Explain? What is there to be explained? Stop! Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips. Not a chip off the old block, not a motorcycle cop. What are you talking about? Now that I've pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even? Yeah, as I've been saying before, it was a game, not gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. She really came for me. 2 types of chips, 100 points and 1000 points. Okay, so the small ones are 100 and the big ones are 1000. It's not money, da. Justice. Don't you find her comment interesting? In more ways than one, sir. I'd have it added to her testimony myself. Yes. Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this. Witness if you visit fine. Alright. Okay, so let me have a look at this again. If the big ones are worth 1000 and the little ones are worth 100, there's more than 6 of these. No. Are the little ones worth 1000 or it should be the big ones worth more, right? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 red ones, so that would make sense if they're worth 1000 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it makes sense that these ones are worth 100 each because they would get 5 each, and this would equal up to 3,500. So it makes sense. Alright, let's just press. Mr. Gavin said this testimony is important. To be honest, I have no idea why. Mr. Justice, do the court a favor and think of what you want to say before raising your hand. You're not in kindergarten. Hello, my darling. Hello, Plum. How are you? Welcome. I'd better think of something to ask. And quick. The 2 types of chips. The small ones are 100 and the big ones are 1000. Right? Yeah, okay, so if that's correct, then I'm right. But it's probably not. Don't waste our time. Is that all? Nobody answered! Is that true or not? Justice, please try not to embarrass me like that! I fucking hate him. Oh, me? Oh man. There's a clear contradiction in the information you have in your hands. It's a simple matter of calculation. Okay, so I was right. Alright, I was right. Now shut up, Olga. It's... Present it, present it, present it! CEO of Anime, give me interview number 2. Oh, good girl! Yay! Everybody congratulate Plum! Plum got to phase 2 of an interview. My god, yay, girl! Tell me all about it later. I'm so excited for you. You're sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure. It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won. If you're not in kindergarten. No, obviously the big chips are worth 100 and the small chips are worth 1000, so I had more points, or Phoenix had more points. That Toad's voice? It was a bit Toady, wasn't it? It was a bit Toady. Sounds like me and Plum playing Lethal Company. It is so me. I know, man. Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1000 points? Why, the big ones, of course. Duh. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. Actually, they did. Oh no, they didn't. They didn't. Exactly, they didn't. I got it backwards. But that is what I meant. Sorry, I'm being a bit stupid, but that's what I meant. Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points. My calculations are correct. Let's see. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. My mum was trying to call me. Should I call her back? Should I go on BRB to call my mum back? Alright, I'm gonna go on BRB really quick just to call my mum back. I won't be long. Hold on, hold on. Alright, I'm back. She didn't realize I was streaming. She wanted me to clean the cat litter trays, and I said no. I said no. No, I said maybe call my brother and get him to do it today instead. I said no, fuck you. Clown, hi Choco, how are you? Oh my god, let me give you a little kiss. Mwah. How are you? My calculation's correct, let's see, Thrive. 3 plus 1 carry the 5. Look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100, and you add them up, how much is it? Alright, calm down, Pain. Do it yourself, you aren't in kindergarten, are you? That's so funky. 10,600 points, the chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony! He's so passionate. But why? How could this be? Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. Right, there's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Chip count was... No, what? Not the wait, what? Starting points were wrong, chip count was wrong. Isn't it chip value? Wouldn't it be the value of the chips was reversed? Which one of that is this? It's not starting... Is it starting points? No. Huh? Wait, I'm confused. The value of the chips was backwards. Small ones were 1,000. Which one do I say? Is it chip count? But this makes me think that it's how many chips were on the table. Both were right doesn't make sense. If both of those aren't it, but why would both of them were right make sense? It doesn't make sense. Does it? I think I'm going insane. Why would both be right make the same thing? Chat, she didn't read? It's Jova? I'm confused. What the fuck? I had to take a fucking phone call in the middle of it. I got off track. Whatever, I'm just doing both are right. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then there can only be one answer. The value of the chips was the other way around. Why would that be the answer? That doesn't... The game is being intentionally obtuse. That was phrased stupid. That was phrased a little bit stupid. Because this is what I wanted to say. I love when they do this. It's kind of bullshit, girl. It's kind of pissing me off. Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness, utter madness. Give me that photograph of the chips again. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up. Which means Phoenix won because he had more points. Okay, thank you. About to snooze, but I wanted to see stream. Ooh, I hope you have a good snooze, Choco. Thanks for coming. Love to see you. Choco, when you get back, we need to play the new Lethal Company update together. Please, 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 please. This is a public courtroom. I would fucking come over here all the time just to watch the court cases. No, I know, right? It'd be so entertaining. Almost as though you figured it out by yourself. I did. I know he's being cocky about who figured it out, but I did figure that out myself. Fuck you. I'm just glad I was the one who said it. Fuck you, dude. I figured that shit out. I even counted all the chips myself. But wait, the value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing. Indeed, the victim did have the larger number of chips still. He had the larger number of chips, but he didn't have the larger amount of points. Are you stupid? Ah, yeah. You were being a bit stupid, Judge. Oh, come on, I did! I figured it out! Imagine if this were a TV show like Judge Judy, wouldn't it be so good? Bros onto nothing! I love that. The small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are 100. Let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table. Ugh! Victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 and the defendant had 4,100. Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. That's impossible. My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning! Maybe he just got really excited about winning and he like stood up and started swinging a bottle around. He accidentally hit him in the head. Maybe this was manslaughter. Now, Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips. Since you were there at the scene of the crime, you also work there. Eek! So why did you kill him? What was the reason? Order. It appears our defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. Olga is so Luette OC coded? I think so too, girl. I think so too. Nunk. We must now ask ourselves whether we can trust the witnesses. Okay. Excuse me? What is it, Miss Orley? I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see, see what, Miss Orley? What do we see? In the last hand, there was cheat! Oh, bullshit! Bullshit! A cheat? You don't mean a trick? Wait, or do you mean a scam? They're all the same thing! Stupid bitches. You stupid bitches. Yes, there was a cheat in last hand. That is why game ends with chips as they are. Great, just great. First we have lying, now cheating. Well, this case certainly has taken a turn. For the interesting. Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand. Ace Attorney is literally so funny. I know, girl, I know. I love it. Last hand, both men had full house. There is 4 of each card in deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment game becomes argument, the defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith. They didn't both have a full house. Okay? See, I don't know enough about poker. I don't know. Miss Orley, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover-up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience, let alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics. Gavin? What's a full house? Yeah, can somebody tell me? Throw what back, Apollo? A. Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker. I can't say this bodes well for your case. Or career. What is this, some kind of secret court poker ring? Justice, you know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 of a kind, yes? Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes a 3 of a kind. Good, now picture a hand with 1 pair and 1 3 of a kind. Oh, okay, okay. So he did have a full house. Phoenix had a full house. Phoenix had a full house, and he did also have a full house. So they had the same hand, so... Apollo could definitely hit the gritty? Yeah. Yeah, girl, alright, yeah. I see it? What do you see? Is it the cards that are down here on the floor? God, okay, hold on. Kings beat 7? But if they're the same... No, I'm trying to think of my Balatro knowledge. Obviously a king is worth more than a 7, but I thought they were saying that if it's a full house, that it was the same amount of points regardless, because no, the full house is just the name of the play of cards. Why is this card from a different deck? Is this the secret? Is this what you're seeing? But that would mean Phoenix did cheat. So that can't be it. That can't be it. These ones all have different suits, and this one has like a special like artwork on the suit. This is a different... This is probably from the red deck, not the blue deck. So Phoenix did cheat? Oh, you motherfucker. Both are full houses, so you break the tie by taking the highest three of a kind. So, okay, so the highest... That's common for the Ace of Spades, I thought? I don't know. Ace of Spades often has some art or whatever. Let's just keep listening, see what he has to say. I mean, this is the hand that Phoenix had. What is Phoenix? Phoenix is on the left in this photo. You can see each player's hand in this photo. Wow, they both have full houses. We forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. Cheat. Defense may cross-examine the witness. If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat? Yeah, okay. The last hand, both men had a full house. Let's just press everything, make sure we get all the information. Just how hard is it to make a full house anyway? It's quite hard, duh. Is making a pair and a three of a kind at the same time. I guess that's right. Very difficult to be sure. You can take my word as the poker head of the card number 3. Stop saying that! Very difficult, duh, but it is not impossible. Wait, let me have a look at the photos again. Let me have a look. Okay, I was just making sure they both didn't have the same aces or something like that. Favorite bit in Ace Attorney is when they desperately are like, well, seems easy enough, no need to cross-examine. They are desperate to mistrial. I know! Like, let's just get to the bottom of this, please! Full house hard. This line of questioning a waste of time. Alright, well, we're just covering all our bases, bro. 4 of each card in a deck from ace to king. Yes, I know this. 4 of each card, you say? There is 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 club for each card. It's an interesting fact that this number 4 comes from number of seasons. Huh? You don't say. And did you know that the cards are numbered 1 through 13? Add all the cards in a deck and you get 364 a year. Huh, you don't say. Isn't that 1 day short? Yeah, but the Joker card, though. So each deck has 2 Jokers! They say the second Joker stands for the leap year. Thus you have a perfect representation of the year, all in a deck of cards. Alright, you don't say. We're going to be in this courtroom for a year if it keeps going like this. You look at both men's hands, the cheat is more obvious. Can you tell me what the cheat is, please? Can you point it out to me? How was it clear? Well, the defendant, he played a 5th ace. That's not fucking true, you stupid bitch. A 5th ace? Oh, right, there's one over here. No, there's one over here, but that's not it. That's the red deck on the floor, because they said that they played with 2 decks in this fucking place, and that they alternated them, and there were a bunch of cards on the floor earlier. So let's have a look at one of the other photos. There's a bunch of cards on the floor. There's a bunch. That's the other deck. I still remember both hands very well. Well, you obviously don't, because Mr. Smith is... Huh? Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces? Hey, you're lying. You're lying, because that's not his hand. He had 3 kings. Yeah. Mr. Wrights has 2. Obviously cheating was afoot. You liar! Am I missing it? Am I just stupid? No, he has 3 kings. Obviously cheating was afoot, or perhaps I should say a hand. Shut the fuck up, Payne. Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke. Very well, the witness will add this to— Yeah, okay. Fuck you, girl. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces and Mr. Wright's 2. 5 aces in all. Okay, so you lied.
Objection!
You lied. It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name! Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's so funny. My name! That's the photo of the chips, is it not? Justice, perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point. Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo. What particular point Yeah, up here, bro. Up here.
Take that!
Take that! Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. But it fucking doesn't! Use your fucking eyes. I know, right? As you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces. Eek! Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. You're simply confused, dude. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question. Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating alright, and it's going on right here in this courtroom. Oh, he's so cool. I love him. He's so awesome. Let's go, Apollo. Apollo calling the shots. Fuck yeah. 2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces in total. Hardly proof of cheating. Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating, I swear to you. That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's most sincere I've ever seen her all day. You're right to trust your instincts, Mr. Gavin. Who knows what lies in stores for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion. The judge has a gambling addiction? Yeah, apparently. He's the poker head of courtroom number 3. What might that be, Mr. Gavin? If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards? Oh, the actual cards. Mr. Payne. Yes? The players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court. Yes, now I can see if they're red or blue on the back. Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? Victim's cards or the defendant's cards? These cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands is more suspicious? The victim's hand is more suspicious because he's the one that was actually cheating and he's gonna have a red card in his fucking hand. Can you show me both? Yeah, like, why not both? Why can't we just do both? Seriously. Defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would. Alright. Times are wasting. Get to it, Justice. Fucking will do. Turn him over. He was playing with all red! He was playing with all red! Holy shit, this guy. This This guy's a fucking snake! Card backs are red. For some reason, I thought they were using blue back cards. They were, dude. They were. They were, my bro. My guy. My fella. Yes, sir. Oh. Are they making me do it again? Okay, I just did it! I just did it, Christoph! Examining the evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles. Alright. I know. How would that not be obvious from how he's holding the cards? That's true! Phoenix would have seen the back of the cards and seen that half of them were red. Alright, I have to do this again. The card backs are red. For some reason, I thought that they were blue. Didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Huh? Oh, Which was it now? Oh, don't pretend. Don't pretend like you don't know. You know. Well, has the defense found anything of relevance? I think I found out that I found nothing. Apollo, how can you be so stupid? How can you be so stupid, Apollo? Perhaps you'd best examine the defendant's cards before leaping to any conclusions. Or maybe you'd rather examine these cards one more time? I'll examine the other hand, just might as well. Show me Mr. Wright's cards. What happens if you point out the blue card? I couldn't point it out. I could only examine all of them, and I'll probably be able to point it out after. Let's see. So the blue cards were the cheat cards. We were playing with a red deck. Yeah, one blue card to cheat makes more sense, but okay. I was gonna say the same thing. I thought we were using... Oh, okay, so did I not examine the blue card well enough? Hold on. Hold on. You can move the cursor? I didn't realize. I was clicking buttons, it wasn't letting me. Can zoom in. Ah, okay. Have to zoom in first. What? Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's cards. The back is a different color. That's impossible. But I put that card in right. Oh! I put that card in Wright's head. Ah! What was that, Miss Orley? Oh my God, none yet. I merely said, I have eek. Your Honor. Mr. Gavin, yes. Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker? To cheat? I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. The dealer. Oh, order in the court. Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss Orley? She's the cheater. Professional, I'd wager. Yeah! Order, focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. Of her mistake. Oh, you didn't have to correct yourself. You're making it more sus by correcting yourself, you fucking idiot. Fuck's sake. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard. Hi, Louette. Hi, Bravongo. This is like Phoenix, right? That's because this is Ace Attorney, the game that it is Phoenix, right? This is just, the Apollo Justice series. That's impossible, but I put that card in Mr. Wright's hand. I think Ravongo was making a joke. Maybe. Miss Olga Orley conspired to cheat not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. Oog. Not only did she cheat, but she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine. Yeah, what a stupid bitch. Use a blue deck at least. Like, don't use a red deck. Or the opposite. Use the red, not the blue. Not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. What? Don't you mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orley, are you? Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the I would say that all the time. If my surname was Justice, I would say that every fucking day. I'd be time for justice. Like, I'd be making my toast in the morning and I would say time for justice. Like, this guy, what a lucky boy to have this name. There are 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. If Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means the defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder. Eek! Oh, she fainted. Oh. Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley? It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor. Can he not see that she fainted? Did she have borscht? Yes, she had borscht. They were at a Russian restaurant called the Borscht Bowl or something. Mr. Justice, Your Honor, it seems you've presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. And that means this court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time. What? I did it! I held out! I see no point in prolonging the trial for this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries. Phoenix! Mr. Wright? You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet. Like, he wants to be arrested so bad. He wants to go to prison so bad. What nonsense is the defendant spewing now? What is Phoenix yapping about this time? Think, one of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous! Mr. Payne, you of all people should know, Mr. Wright has a talent. For the ridiculous. No, I agree, Judge. I agree. He does. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Why is he doing this? I know, he's so... Oh, he's so fucking stupid. But yeah, Brafongo, this is a Phoenix Wright game. This is one of the later games. Or second game, or something. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. Yes, please. Give me your last testimony. As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of card that night. That was said before. 2 decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck. Why use different colored backs? If we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed. You use different colors and they still got mixed up. We used the red deck for the last game. I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards. It's because they have the blue deck on the table. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. Whatever, in the end, 1 card of the wrong color got into the mix, which means there was cheating. Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating, yet this card raises 2 serious questions. Hello? Yes? I love that he's talking to him directly. The defendant, like, directly being like, can you figure it out? Like, Blue's Clues, like... Can you see the clue? Like... Fuck's sake. Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think, in the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder. But yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Oh! It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be. Like, why can't he just, like, stop being cryptic and tell us? You're on the witness stand, bro. Like, you might go to prison. Just be normal. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped? When was the card swapped into the deck? It can't be during the murder, because Olga murdered him. If it was during the murder, she can't do 2 things at once. It could be after the murder, but in that case, Phoenix did lose, and it wasn't cheating. If it was before the murder, I mean, it has to be before the murder because Olga said she put the card into what's-his-name's hand. It's gotta be before. If it was after, what would the point be? If it was after to swap the card after would to make it look like he was cheating, which doesn't make sense because Olga wanted everybody to think that Phoenix cheated. So it has to be before. It must have happened before the murder. You mean during the game? I wonder. Okay, Phoenix, can you just tell us what happened instead of being fucking stupid when you're playing poker? Which side of the card's face your opponent? Okay, that's... You're pissing me off, Phoenix! Not something the pokerhead of courtroom number 3 would be likely to miss. Alright, let me think about this some more. Okay, then after. Perhaps it happened after the murder? What's that? Ridiculous. What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly. Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible. Oh my god, stop! Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible. Even when the backs of the cards are different color, if you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time. Okay, so she just planted the evidence incorrectly like a fucking idiot then? Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder. Okay, this is going past silly and straight onto crazy. Ask again, what's the point of cheating? Okay, no, I get it now. I get it now. She wasn't trying to make it look like he was cheating. She was trying to make it look like he won and that Phoenix lost. I get it, okay. I got confused. I hate poker. It's pissing me off. True indeed, that's one of the mysteries before us. There's another? Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card? Who? The game and murder is done. The victim is dead. Only 2 remain in the room. Alive? Only 2 remain in the room alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orly. Who was it that swapped the red card for a blue? Obviously Olga! It must have been Olga Orly who swapped the cards. She was trying to cover up evidence of cheating. No, no. Sorry, but there's a problem with that explanation. The swapped card was from the wrong deck. Yes, a blue card was stuck into a red hand. Mixing a card from the wrong deck when the backs are different colors. Remember that you're talking about Olga Orly. She was the dealer. Do you really think she would make such a novice mistake? Kinda, yes? Actually, I have trouble imagining even the judge making that mistake. Give it a little bit more thought, Apollo. Who was it that swapped the red card? Why would Phoenix? Like, why would Phoenix? Why would Phoenix swap the cards after somebody has committed a murder? Is Phoenix's argument that somebody wouldn't do something stupid? Yeah, I guess. Like, that's a stupid argument. Phoenix swapping the card makes no fucking sense because he's a lawyer. Why would he tamper with crime scene evidence? He knows the guy is sitting there dead. Why would he then swap the card? Why would he swap the card? So it has to be somebody else, but one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga Orly either. I'm suggesting. That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As the defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Orly at this point. Yes, I know, but she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card. Card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Stop being weird, Phoenix! Stop! It's so annoying! Just, like, tell us! Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking about how much fun this all is. Stop! You're on trial for murder! Stop it! I'm trying to help you! Everything he says is, like, sinking him deeper and deeper. Like, you are digging your own grave, you fucking idiot! Turns out he really did do it. Yeah, he just felt like having a little fun. Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the cards wasn't the defendant and it wasn't Miss Orly, then who was it? Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? Precisely. Huh? I believe we're about to see this case take A new direction. I thought we were getting to the end of it. We have a new witness? A new direction. We'll find that indeed after the murder. Someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand, and that someone made 2 critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card. Is the one who did the swap didn't know 2 colors of the card were being used. Other mistake was the number on the card. Right? Where a person replaced the 5th ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a 5th ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. They picked up a king from the table and swapped it in. One problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist. Not until now, but you have to admit the possibility of a 4th person. Though it's more than... it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime. Why didn't you tell us this at the start? You are on trial for murder, sir. You just thought it would be a little funny to conceal that there was somebody else in the building with you and you knew this? Like, are you stupid, Phoenix? You wanted us to solve the puzzle? Like, for fuck's sake, bro. He's a little quirky. I'm getting pissed off at him. I'm pissed off at you, Phoenix. You stupid bitch. Oh, I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright. Yeah, what is this? This is the kind of shit that if he was the person on the defense stand, he would be like, what the fuck is the defendant doing? Like, if he was in Apollo's position in his own game right now, he would be so annoyed. Fuck, think before you speak, Phoenix. This trial has proceeded on one central assumption, namely that at the time of the incident, there were only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption. The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court. I suppose that is a problem, yes. He must be having the time of his life being him pulling the crazy stunts now. I know! He's having so much fun with this little fucking rat boy. What is adjourned for a brief recess? Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess. Certainly, Your Honor. Like, get your fucking defendant under, like, control. He's out of control. Trial will resume in 20 minutes. God. April 20th, 11:52, District Court. Defendant lobby. Number 3. I love Phoenix. He's ridiculous. I love him, but he's ridiculous. It was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of the crime like that? I must ask, is it the truth? Well now, I'd think you would know the answer to that. Was Gavin there? He did say he was having dinner with Phoenix that night. Being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I have no time for mysteries. Is it him? Are you the murderer? Maybe they were all there. Christoph did say that he literally had dinner with Phoenix the night of the murder. Said that at the start of the game. Were you there? Gavin, what the fuck? I'd only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Christoph. Justice. Yes, sir? The judge has summoned me to his chambers, so carry on without me. It can't be him, because if he was the murderer, he would go to prison, and I know that he is the prosecution later in the game. Did well, Apollo. Can I ask you something? Sure. That locket you wear, is that really yours, Mr. Wright? You're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket? Here, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there. Let me see! I want to see Trissy! Oh, she's so cute! She's so little. Stupid fucking hat on her head, but she's so cute. I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter. Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days. Do we know who the mother is? Do we know who Phoenix's... Wait, is she biological or is she adopted? I don't know. Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days. Edgeworth? Oh! That's so cute! The mother is Edgeworth! One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you? What do you think? You know what happened 7 years ago, what I did. I actually don't though. What did you do, Phoenix? What did you do 7 years ago? It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat. I never, honest, but it is odd that he managed to go undefeated for his 7 whole years. Wanna know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker. Yeah, because you use your deductive reasoning and you fib and you lie. You don't, yeah, this is his game. I get it, man. See, poker's all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's a lot like a court case. Poker is like a trial law. Figure out what your opponent is thinking and you win. Well, yeah, but that's what's harder than it sounds. Sorry, that's harder than it sounds. Think not. Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of information. You're kidding. Yeah, every time I see a defendant in this game start like biting their fingernails nervously, I can tell that they're lying. Do we just keep chasing higher and higher highs? I know! Christ, Phoenix! Be sensible! That witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? No. Come on, who'd notice that? Well, it wasn't that obvious, but that is, like, that's just how these games go, right? They start, like I just said, they start biting their fingernails and shit. Words, habits, twitches, it's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on to you. Mia? But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals. No, you can do it. You just don't know it yet. What's he talking about? But you will soon. Almost forgot one more thing about this case. You should know, I haven't told the truth to anyone yet. Sorry, I know what he's saying is that he hasn't, like, told the full story, but to me this makes it sound like he's saying, I've lied about everything I've said. Like, I know that he's saying, I haven't told the full truth, there's like, there's still details I haven't explained yet, but it just sounds like, I've lied about every single thing I've said. What? I knew it! I have my reasons, of course. All should be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there defending me. I need your power. My power? I had no idea my codes would steal with that special. It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best. Like, Phoenix, can you just tell us what happened? To be continued. Be continued. These tutorial ones are so long. Alright. Alright. Let's continue, I guess. Actually, I might go quick BRB. No, actually, I don't need to go on a BRB. What am I even talking about? I was like, I'm gonna go get a snack, but I'm not supposed to be eating until later. So, like, let's keep playing, keep playing. April 20th. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. Has our witness, Miss Olga Orley, recovered? Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regained consciousness. Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again. Again? That's the thing. You see, she's quite fatigued. You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne. Hey, Louette. Hi, Jax. How are you? Welcome in. Badly fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute. The defense would like to request that Miss Orley take the stand. Very well. The witness will take the stand. Yeah, I don't care if you're tired, bitch. I'm tired too. Put your fucking borscht down. Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession. Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poor loser. Kristoff! Kristoff! Saying that to her. It's insane. Yet. Not. Oh my god, she's not even Russian. She's not even Russian. She's not even Russian, no wonder. Name's Olga Orley, that's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. People call me Olga Quick Fingers Orley. Okay, so... Oh really? Wanna know something else? I'm not really Russian, and my last name sounds like O'Reilly. Olga O'Reilly? There, that's the truth. I hope you're satisfied. Why would she do this? Witness, you will tell the court what you were really up to that night. Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see? Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences. Why do these people take the stand and lie? What is wrong with you? Fine. Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy Smith hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Ball Club several days prior to the night of the game as a waitress. So you were in cahoots with the victim. Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles, but winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend, the unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple, elegant really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When the hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. This is a mighty homosexual pose. Look at his little smile. Look how happy he is. He's like... Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is he so smug all the time? Phoenix, you're so funny. When the hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. Grab Phoenix's hips. Yeah, he grabs his waist and they dance a little. He would then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut. You swap the cards. Exposed as a cheater and losing on top of it. It would have made a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Indeed. Getting caught red-handed at cheating would cast doubt on all his prior wins. 7-year legend destroyed by one little card. That was the plan. Okay, so who murdered the guy? Oh really? How droll. But it appears you made quite the mistake. Mistake? I agree, the trap was elegant. Yet what happened to that planted card? Yeah, that's right. He's lucky, I'll give him that. You'd have to be lucky to slip free from a trap laid by Olga Quick Fingers O'Reilly. Oh, really? The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed her. What does it matter if she's cute or not, Judge? The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick. What the fuck? Don't objectify her. What's wrong with him? I can't believe him. It doesn't matter if she's cute or not, dude. Cute? Who wants me to be cute? I'm not cute. I'm bad. Oh, shit. Shots have been fired. I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad. When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court. Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. Oh, she's a baddie. She is a baddie. It's true. The best laid traps. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to, and Wright lost the last hand just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. Next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. Okay, well that's not true. It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no-good cheating defendant. You can't call him no-good cheating when your entire plan was cheating. You can't call him no-good cheater? Surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark. That was perfect, I tell you, perfect. If that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up. Look who's talking! Like, literally. Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice. With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? And with defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? Oh, she's an honest cheater. He's a cheater. Come on. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. This planted card. Which card was it exactly? The trump card. The 5 of hearts. 5 of hearts? Let me guess. Mr. Wright was to have switched the 5 of hearts with the ace to make a full house. Okay, I see. At least that's what you were going to accuse him of doing, thereby ruining his legend. I slid it into Wright's pocket.
When was this? Why, before the match, of course. While he was eating. At the Borscht Bowl Club, we serve borscht and suckers. Remind me never to go there. Of course, the card. I was going to make its grand debut during the game. Like a good borscht, a good plot must be cooked up early and allowed to thicken. And Wright lost the last hand just like he was supposed to, then Smith searched him.
Hold it!
So everything went according to plan. Exactly. The 5th ace came up, so it's obvious the switch went off without a hitch. Once the extra card was found in his pocket, Wright would be forever known as a cheat and a fraud. There are worse things to be known as, I suppose. So there was a 5th ace. Tell us what happened with the search. The planted card was gone, the trap failed. Card disappeared. Yeah, my trump card, the 5 of hearts. Gone, without a trace. Poof, Zippo. He searched every nook and cranny, even inside his cute little hat. I like that she called it cute. The card was nowhere to be found, is this correct? Never in my long storied career. Never has Quick Fingers or really been so readily duped. Why plant a 5? Visionary, they planted a 5 because... Fuck, I'm not sure. Go back. Can't go that far back in the history. They wanted to make it look like he swapped his 5 with a king. Yeah. The ace. Yeah, the ace. The ace. It's the card he's supposed to have cheated to swap out with an ace. They're making it look like he cheated by putting a card in his hand. In his pocket. So what did happen to that 5 of hearts? Don't look at me! Why don't you ask that cheating, lying, two-faced defendant? The 5 of hearts is still missing in action. Next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it.
Hold it!
Why would he do that? Wait, isn't that a little odd? What's odd? Searched Mr. Wright thoroughly and found nothing, which means he didn't cheat, which means he had no reason to strike the victim. But, well... Oh! What was that just now? I sensed something. Oh, he's having a heart attack. Something wrong, Mr. Justice? No, nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Should I press her a little harder? Yes, definitely. Miss O'Reilly, you're hiding something. What are you talking about? You? Me? Quick Fingers O'Reilly? Hide something? The defense will refrain from baseless accusations. I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. I did see it, honest. I saw it when Wright hit him. With my own eyes, I saw it. Yeah, she's touching the back of her neck when she's lying again. What's this weird vibe I'm getting? That witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly, she would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? Yeah, she's lying. Touching her neck, was it? That's what she's doing now! Oh, they're really zooming in on it as if I couldn't tell. What is that? Oh my god, his eyeball. Whoa, what's going on? This is weird. He's like using the Sharingan. This sensation, it's coming into focus. There, that twitch, it's so clear. The Shunin gun? The special eyes! What do your eyes see? That twitch, it's so clear. His Shinigami eyes. It's like I could perceive her habit before like I couldn't before. Oh, click R to perceive?
Gotcha!
Gotcha! That's an interesting... Miss O'Reilly, perhaps you are unaware of this yourself. Unaware of what? Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand. My neck? So what? But indeed, Justice. I hadn't noticed anything of the sort. When she says that part of the testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it. A memory? This is crazy. Would somebody care to explain what he's babbling about? This is highly unusual. Let's ask the defense. Claim the witness is remembering something? Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us. The habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. So what would remind her the most of the moment of the crime? So really, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I've noticed it happens when you think about the moment of the crime. They're just repeating themselves over and over again. Come on. There must be a reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an irreversible impression on your neck is this. I mean... the weapon... This isn't the direction I thought we were going, but... Wait, now I'm confused. Now I'm actually confused. It's the bottle, right? Her body reacts to the memory, she touches her neck. She's subconscious recalling something, a memory. Habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, so what would remind her the most of the moment of the crime? It has to be the bottle, but I'm thinking for some reason it's the cell phone, because that's up near, like, her ear. I'm just gonna say the bottle. Fuck it. Didn't mean to.
Take that!
Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. And what reminds us more of that moment than this bottle, the murder weapon? But something doesn't fit. If you are the only witness to the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're not like you're in pain? This is kind of pissing me off because this doesn't make sense. What? She's touching her neck like she's in pain? What are you talking about now? It was Mrs. Smith, the victim, who was hit, not you. And he was hit on the head, not the neck, so what the fuck does it matter? This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjecture. The witness's habits, they're completely irrelevant. Justice, I'll admit, I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination. I'll explain later, just trust me. Like a tell? A poker tell? No, I get that, but like... I don't understand why he's connecting it to, like, where the victim was hit with the bottle. I don't get that. Yes, oh really? Please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment. Oh, she got back in her outfit? Yet I am knowing nothing? Girl, what is wrong with you? We know you're not Russian. How did she do that? Witness will testify, please, now. Girl, why'd you do that? What is wrong with you? Bah, fine. But did you think you could trick us? He's the one who didn't. I didn't let him out of my sight so the cops got there. But that's not true! That's not true, because he went upstairs to make the phone call.
Objection!
Fucking dumbass bitch! I remember this shit! But so really, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. And we know the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made that phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Ball Club. Ack. So explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. Oh, lobster! The man who picked up a bottle and swung it at that night wasn't the defendant. Is it gonna be revealed that he, like, did it to himself? Like, he fell over and he hit his head on the bottle? Like, some stupid shit? Showdown time. You dirty cheat. Check his pockets, now. It's gone! The card's gone! You lose. Ugh! Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to right, and he hit me. He hit her? Some master of cheating you turned out to be. Eek! When I came to, the victim was already dead. Is that it? That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure. Well, you already were a suspect. Well, where does this leave us? Madness. This is madness. I'm dreaming. It must have been me who was hit with a bottle, and I'm imagining all of this. It appears our prosecution is at his wit's end, and frankly, I can't blame him. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events? So Mr. Smith got pissed off at her, picked up the bottle and hit her in the neck with it, and then she blacked out, and she woke up and he was dead. That's what we're hearing here. Hi, Quill, thank you so much for the luck. I will have a great stream, I will. It's been good so far. Mr. Gavin, sir, I believe that as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss Aurelia a big fat liar. What? We were in that room the night of the murder, the defendant, the victim, and her. And she has a motive. A motive? Her plot foiled, the witness got into an argument with her client, Mr. Smith, and the denouement? I don't know how to say that word. The denouement of that argument was murder. What? I'm no killer. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me. Denouement or denouement? Okay. Stop being sus! What tangled webs we weave! Why is he so cringe? What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. I fucking hate him so much! So tangled we catch ourselves in the process. Mr. Wright? Such a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin. What are you saying? Why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder. Well, maybe if you told us that, Mr. Wright, maybe if you told us that from the start of this fucking, like, trial, then we wouldn't have to go through all of this. It's your fault for concealing evidence, and he's lying on the stand. Like, he's lying by omission. This is fucking bullshit. Single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder, and the one who swapped the card didn't know 2 colors of the card were being used. A 4th person. Ah, this theory again. Your 4th person doesn't exist. Indeed. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal. The real criminal? And we're in luck. A clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. Right at the beginning of the trial, no less. Oh, was there? Was there? What? Somebody looking in the window? I don't know. Oh. What? Apollo, perhaps you know what I'm talking about. Sorry. Remember what I said? 4th person who swapped the cards made 1 critical error. He or she wasn't considering the color on the backs of the cards. Right. How could such an obvious mistake occur? Cards used for the last game were red. Yet, there is one person here in our court who thought those cards were blue. Is he saying it's Gavin? Is he actually saying it's Gavin? Because Gavin before was like, yeah, they're blue. Yeah, I had that impression too, but why? Well, Apollo, think you can figure out who it was? It's not me, I swear! Who is this 4th person? Why do I always get put on the spot like this? Let's hear what the defense has to say. Who was it? I'm scared! It's Gavin! It has to be Gavin! Wait. I'm scared! If it's Gavin, doesn't he go to prison? How can he be a prosecutor later in the game?
Take that!
Oh my god, it was Gavin! It was him! Because he had dinner with him earlier. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair. What a funny thing to say. I was right? Christoph Gavin, you were the 4th person that night. This is insane! This is fucking insane! Of course Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards. How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. You can't tell which cards are blue, the ones on the floor or the table. But look, you can see the colors in this photo. Only the blue deck! Only the blue deck! Yes, but when he said the cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light. Oh! It's true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim, yet it was only that, a game in the purest sense, a competition, Your Honor. Competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome. Kevin! I've been standing with a murderer this entire time! Well, Christoph? Mr. Gavin? Mr. Gavin, is something the matter? No, nothing. Excuse me, it was just so sudden. Oh my god! Right, you aren't seriously accusing me, are you? Oh, Christoph. You know, even I'd never take a joke this far. This is crazy! This has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity! The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder? I assure you, I'm quite sane. What possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim? I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either. Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met. Well, what if they have? Oh! Okay, so now I get why Phoenix was being so fucking, like, stupid and bitchy. Like, now I get why he didn't tell us there was a fourth person and why he's been so, like, cocky this whole time. He wanted to do this in the courtroom to trap Gavin. I get it, okay. I forgive you a little bit, Phoenix. I forgive you a little bit. Holy spit. He's the defense attorney? Yeah. He had to lure him into the trap. I get it now, I get it. But he was being very funny about it. He was being very funny. There's a possibility, after all. They may have met that night before the game started. What are you suggesting? Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you testify to the court. Oh! The defense would like to request no such thing? Hey! You have no power here. Mr. Gavin? Testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happening before that game of poker be related? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin. As I explained before, the defense believes that Miss O'Reilly... Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. Yeah, you're just my boss, dude. Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you. Ah! Oh, okay. Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony? Yes! Yes, of course. This was Mr. Wright's strategy. He is planning this all along, and I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court. At 2, Justice, would you betray me, your teacher? You might have murdered somebody. It's all in the pursuit of truth, dude. If you're a real defense attorney, then you would want us to get to the bottom of this. Sorry, Mr. Gavin, this isn't about loyalty. This is about the truth. Yeah. See, I am actually Apollo. Very well, the defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please. Appetite before murder. That evening, Christoph and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Lady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Christoph left. When the trap failed, Smith hit a waitress. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. Mr. Gavin, you were at the Borscht Bowl Club the night of the murder? I dine with him rather frequently. And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder? Quite against my will, I had become involved in a murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him. You were planning this all along, weren't you, Wright? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial. The only thing I want is the truth. As I did back then, and now. I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took on your defense. It appears that I was wrong. Ah. How the fuck did Gavin get down into the basement, kill the guy, and get out? And get past Phoenix? Phoenix went upstairs to make the phone call to report that the girl had been knocked unconscious. How the fuck did Gavin get past him, kill him, and leave, and then Phoenix discovered the body? Huh? Justice? He's lying, and you're going to expose him. Understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Right, this can't end well. Yeah, poor Apollo! his mentor and his, like, what's the word? His, I can't think of the word. His muse. His idol, thank you. His mentor and his idol. Why can't I have a normal trial? Poor Apollo. Alright, come on, let's get this. That evening, Christoph and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph.
Hold it!
Had dinner with Mr. Gavin. Yes, he dines with me at the Borscht Ball Club quite frequently. We were enjoying a usual dinner at our usual spot, as usual. I always eat at the table closest to the piano. I see, just where Mr. Smith was sitting. Okay. So the plates and such on the table were from your dinner? Indeed, the remnants of my meal with Christoph. We dined for 2 hours, then Christoph left. After that, J.D. Smith walked in 5 minutes after Christoph left.
Hold it!
5 minutes. So the two of them could have passed in the restaurant during that time. That would have been a fateful encounter, to be sure. So crazy. Hee hee hee. Oh, Mr. Wright, what was it you said? Christoph Gavin and Shady Smith may have met. I believe I did say that. Here I was all nervous about this meeting, and now we hear they just passed in the hole? That does seem a little weak as a pretense for murder. It would be if that were really all that happened. Come on, Mr. Wright. What are you hiding this time? You just tell us the truth, man! When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress.
Hold it!
About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss Olga O'Reilly mentioned. Plan was simple, elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts, yeah. Plant a card in Wright's pocket. So he knew about the trap, obviously, because he took the card out. And then deal 5 aces during one of the games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut, but that didn't happen because the card was not in there. Yes, a harmless prank in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it. A quirk? I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found the card. I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game. Disposed of? Where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. That's why his fingerprints were on the bottle. I threw the card inside the... Oh, no. Well, that can't be our cup. That can't be our bottle, then. Our bottle has nothing like that. Inside it. Unless they took it out. The murder weapon? Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in. The colored glass makes it hard to see. Oh, bullshit if it's in there. Battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. That sounds like terrific drama. A card inside the murder weapon? That's strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. Mr. Wright, the poker head of courtroom number 3 approves of this battle of wits. Please revise your testimony. Hold on, it's not in there though. By taking out the cork, it doesn't let me. There's nothing else to examine on it. Maybe I just have to present this because it's not in there. It's not in there. Mr. Wright, if I may? Yes? I've examined the bottle and I don't see any card in here. No. There's a check on the bottom. That was evidence that I had already looked at. Which was just that the bottle was, empty. What, Mr. Wright? Surely ... isn't all you have to say for yourself. I can't say that I know what happened to the card, but I did put it in that bottle. Perhaps a fifth person came and took it out. Oh, and a sixth person could have helped. Kristoff, you do not have any right now to be sarcastic and fucking sassy about this. Stop it. Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client. My apologies, Your Honor. He's just... what a grumpy boy. I won't have you disparaging our investigation either. We looked inside that bottle. There was nothing. So what's going on? Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear? In any case, please continue the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence. Oh. Push him harder, Justice. Break him. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO. He's so aggressive. Why do I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore? He did accuse him of murder, dude. Let's see, where was I up to? Girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. You made the call to the police from the first floor of the restaurant, correct? Exactly. Cell phones don't get a signal down in the hideout. Anyone else on the first floor at that time? Not a soul. It was the middle of the night after all. So there in the darkened restaurant, I called the cops. After making the call, I returned to the hideout. I didn't seem right to leave the injured waitress alone. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. How could he be? When you returned, the victim was already dead, yes. I'll admit, I was a little startled when I walked in. A little? Yeah, you should be a lot startled. He was bleeding from his forehead after all. Guess I'd be startled too if I walked in on a scene like that. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. You explain why you called Mr. Gavin? It obviously got involved in a rather sticky affair. And I figured Kristoff's law office would give me a friend rate for my defense fees. Glad to hear you intend to pay. Oh, I'll pay in full, Kristoff. It was I who got you involved after all. You may find the price of your defense quite high, my good friend. Quite high. He's so angry. Is the truth that Mr. Wright was talking about? Justice, you know what you have to do. He's lying. Expose him. Truth has to be in there somewhere. Sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. I discovered the trap during the game, disposed of the card in the bottle. Girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I need to figure out which pose he's lying in. Is it this one? Because he's hiding his eyes? Why would he lie about this? Nothing else I can like click on here. All this said was that like his battery is being held with a piece of tape. Used by the defendant to notify the police from the restaurant's first floor. Died at 2 a.m. Pretty straightforward. Am I missing something obvious? Cut? A cut on his forehead? Oh, he wouldn't be able to tell because the hat was on there.
Objection!
Okay, is that not right? Your Honor, what do you think about the witness stand? Oh my god, for fuck's sake. I had to do the other one. You wouldn't be able to tell because there was a hat on there. Back.
Objection!
I just did the wrong evidence. Damn it. Mr. Wright, if I may, take a look at this photograph of the crime scene. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think you could see blood on his forehead. Good point. Phoenix, you little liar! Justice. Next time you point out an inconsistency, put a little more oomph into it. Come on. Mr. Wright, can you explain this to the court? I forgot to mention something. I was the one who put that hat on his head. Phoenix! Why did you tamper with the crime scene? Eh? You? You put the hat on the dead man's head? He wore it through our entire poker game. After calling the police when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view, shining bright, just like in this photograph. And I picked up his hat off the floor and put it on his head. Why? All I can say is I'm sorry. Why did you do that? That's the only thing I touched at the crime scene. So Miss really didn't see it? It being the victim's, his head. I think not. She was out cold. I believe I was the only one who witnessed his head. Here we go again. Mr. Gavin? Pardon, it just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case. Genuinely, why? Why? Why would you lie about it? Why would you do that? Hey, he's still our client, isn't he? I believe that's enough of that. Mr. Gavin, this witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies. I'm beginning to see how you came to lose your attorney's badge 7 years ago. He lost his badge? Well, you certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Kristoff. I never knew. I believe it was you who threw the first stone. That's true, you did accuse him of murder. So right, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never. Don't be misled. I haven't told a single lie. You just did! You just did! Lying by omission is still lying! Covering up the truth! Lying by omission is still fucking lying! Not really? He did! He lied! He said that he walked in and he didn't tell us about the well... It's still technically lying. It's still lying. When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well. Reason? That reason is right here. Your cell phone? That night, recall that I spoke with the defense attorney Gavin after calling the police. Just in case, I recorded our conversation. What's this? Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play it back for the court. This bitch is just throwing evidence after evidence at us. Like, come on. Kristoff, I seem to be in a bit of trouble. What's this? Game not going well? Something like that. That gentleman who challenged you, he turned out to be good? He turned out to be dead. Someone hit him hard. I mean, someone cracked that flawless bone china... What? Someone cracked that flawless bone china pate? It wasn't you, was it? Me? Please, that's a weird thing to say. Cop should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should it come to that. Bone china plate? Wait, plate? Is this a misspelling? Is this a misspelling? Is it meant to be plate? I don't know. Kind of porcelain, very smooth and shiny. It's a misspelling? A misspelling is really, really egregious in this game. A misspelling is a real... Oh, it's a misspelling from Apollo? Okay. Okay, alright. Plate but pay. Alright, I should have just read the screen. I should have just read the screen. I believe he was referring to the gentleman's balding forehead. Court appreciates the defendant's discretion in not indicating my forehead. Okay, I get it. Gavin couldn't have known that he had a shiny chrome dome on him because, he was wearing a hat. He could only know that if he had seen his forehead. Something's not right about that phone call. After Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Bowl Club. Oh, certainly. Then how did he know? When did he see this bone china pate? Is it pate? Pate? How do you say it? That's right. That was when I began to see my good friend in a different light. Troubled, I returned to the crime scene. And when I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you would like to explain this to the court. Exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head? So, this is your reason. The reason why you put the victim's hat back on. Your point, Mr. Gavin? It's come down to this, has it, Phoenix, right? Order, I will have order. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. I believe this court has been left with no other choice. Are you prepared to hear the defense attorney Gavin's testimony? Oh. As the prosecutor, yeah, it's a bit odd, but we'll do it. Were they lovers? Maybe. Maybe. Gavin will take the stand for a cross-examination. Are we all clear on that? So clear, Your Honor. What's the fucking motive, though? And how did he get past Phoenix in the restaurant to, like, get down there and kill him and then leave again? Alright. Mr. Gavin and Mr. Wright are both in the judge's chamber. Who'd have thought today would turn out like this? May I? Oh, Trissy! Huh? What? Hello, sir. Please pick a card. What's all this about? Is this one okay? Excellent. I have a message for you. The last hand is about to be played. You'll need a trump card to make it. Trump card? The card you have chosen is magical. What is going on here? Use it wisely and the game is yours. Oh, it's the Five of Hearts. It's gonna be the Five of Hearts. No? Okay, well it's the ace from the table but with blood on it. Never mind, I thought it was the fucking Five of Hearts. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces and Mr. Wright's 2. It's 5 aces in all. It's true, I have seen it. The 5th ace. It was cheating, I swear to you. The missing 5th ace. Splotch of red. We really need to, like, put all of our evidence in the court record at the start of the trial, guys. This is Edgeworth level bullshit. This is, like, you can't just keep updating the autopsy report when it, like, come on, guys. Get it together. Get it together. You have your trump card. Now it's up to you to cut the deck and draw. Truth. My father's fate is in your hands. I know you can do it. Bye, Trucy. This bloodstained card is my trump card for finding the truth. I think this is only happening because your defense attorney's mentor happens to be the murderer. Yeah, this is a very odd case. I fell deep into thought as my mind raced to understand what this was. Ooh. That girl. I'd seen her recently, but where? That's when I made the connection. Yes, it's Phoenix's daughter. I know. Bloody ace added to the court record. Okay, cool. Alright, hold on. Before we continue, I gotta pee. I gotta go on BRB. And then we'll finish the court case when I get back. But I must pee. So I will only be like 2 minutes. BRB! Hello. I'm back. Let's do this. Alrighty. Court will now reconvene. Welcome back, thank you. Thank you. Defense Attorney Christoph Gavin, will you please take the stand? Oh, he's so sexy though. I mean, his outfit sucks a little bit, but... Now then, if you would, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Will Mr. the witness state his name and occupation? Is this farce necessary, Your Honor? Believe me, far stranger things have gone on in this courtroom. I don't know if I'd call a killer sexy, and yet he's a bit sexy. So what should I say, Funky? What should I say? Fine, I'll play along. First, there's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's hat? A secret? I'm guessing he means the fact that Mr. Smith was bald. Forgive my curiosity, but what is it about this fellow's head? Your Honor seems to have an inordinate interest in it.
Objection!
What? Hey! You're not supposed to be up here! Phoenix! You are not supposed to be up here! Get back to the fucking witness stand! What are you doing? I wouldn't call it in order to Mr. Gavin. He's so funny for this. He's so funny for this. Mr. Wright? What do you think you're doing, Mr. Wright? Wow, things sure look different from the other side. You know what I mean, Polo? I can't believe it. He's feeling himself so much. He's so funny. He's so funny. Speaking of looking from the other side, let's consider something for a second. The victim wore a hat all night, never once taking it off except for that one time. That one time being the instant he was hit. Oh, when Mr. Wright returned from reporting the crime, the hat was lying on the floor. Mr. Wright picked it up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have seen Mr. Smith's bald head, you would have had to have been there in the hideout at the time of the crime. In other words, I must be the real killer. Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, I can't believe it. He's just having a little fun. He's a silly fella. He's a silly boy. That Apollo. Mr. Gavin, I'm afraid that I haven't been entirely honest with the court. What? Oh, I assure you I had the noblest of intentions. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright. Yet I'm afraid in the current situation I see little reason to hide anything. Very well, allow me to tell you the truth of what happened that night. I love how fucking Payne is just fucking clueless at this point. I know! He's just here for the ride. He's just watching along with everybody else. He's got nothing to say. Tell us, how were you involved in the events of that fateful night? The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement and peeked in through the little window to the hideout. It must have been right after the murder took place. Okay, yeah, alright. The victim was dead as he appears in the photo. A bald head, an unconscious girl, and Wright holding a bottle in his hand. But then why would you take his case? If you had witnessed him being the murderer, why would you have taken his case in the first place, bro? I sensed that was not the best place for me to be at the time, and so I left. That's when I called the name from... That's when the call came from Wright. So you witnessed the murder? Better or worse, I missed the actual moment of the deed. Mr. Gavin, may I remind you that you are on Mr. Wright's defense team? The testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client. Yeah, well, you've kind of given him no option, though, if he was innocent. He's not, but you know. What else could I say? I'm standing on the witness stand, after all. So you are Mr. Gavin. And you had to testify as you just did. Had to tell them you saw the scene of the crime through that little window. Revealing that he was there. That he was there. You had to say that because that was the only probable window of your opportunity, right, Apollo? Hey. Mr. Wright, the defense should do the cross-examination, not the defendant. Mr. Justice, are you prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. Yeah, it's a little scary. This trial is getting weirder and weirder. Alright, okay. The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. That man, you mean Mr. Smith? He was different from the other customers, his aura, shall we say. I knew he was a serious poker player, but it was more than that. So then you knew the true nature of your client's job? Of course, but I also knew he wasn't engaged in gambling, which would be illegal. Well, it makes sense that he'd know. They were friends after all. Worried for my friend, I returned to the club. You see, I feared this Mr. Smith might be someone coming to settle an old score. What happened then? Okay. I went down to the basement and peeked in through the little window to the hideout. Little window? You mean the one used to keep watch up the stairs? A relic of the ancient past. The Black Marketeers used it, I believe. Why did you go through the trouble of peeking in through the window? Wouldn't it have been easier to just open the door and go into the room? I didn't want to upset Wright, you see. Upset Mr. Wright? Yes, what if my fears had been unfounded? I'd be walking in on their match. Bad form, to say the least. I guess? First case of the game, by the way. I know, we've been here for 3 hours already. I'm gonna have to do 1 case per stream. I definitely am not gonna do the second case today. Must have been right after the murder took place. How do you know it was right after the murder? Really, no need to shout, Justice. I was just getting to that part in my testimony. There he is, the coolest defense in the West we know and love. Even when you're standing up there on the witness stand, some things never change. I was afraid you'd change too, right? But you haven't. You and that overbearing personality of yours. Friends like these, who needs enemies? A lot of content? Oh yeah, I can tell, The victim was dead as he appears in the photo. Let me just look at the photo again. Does... Here... Well, I mean, again, you can't see the blood. He was as he appeared in the photo. Which means the hat had already been put back on. Second photo. By photo, you mean the second photograph of the crime scene? Precisely. You see, he wasn't wearing his hat then. Okay, so he's saying he came across this before the hat got put back on. Okay. And Mr. Wright came along and replaced his hat. A bald-headed, unconscious girl, and Wright was holding a bottle in his hand. Those were the only 3 at the scene of the crime? Yes, as far as I saw, at least. And we're back when we started. Killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Who else could it have been? Why didn't you talk to police? 2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the very moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after seeing what I had seen, I couldn't abandon my friend.
Objection!
There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime. Justice, I just said I saw no one, not a soul. But that goes against what Mr. Wright said. Yes, this mysterious 4th person, who would conveniently be the real killer, I suppose. Glad to see we agree, Mr. Gavin. Let me pose a question then. Tell me, what possible reason did the real killer have to swap the cards in the victim's hand? Perhaps you can show us a reason why such a thing would be necessary? How can I show something I can't find myself? Remember, Apollo, the card that was swapped out was the 5th ace. Yeah, okay, they're telling me. Alright, the 5th ace. Alright, I got it. Can you point to a reason? Evidence showing the reason why a card was swapped out. Go ahead and point out your reason, Mr. Justice. Killer took the 5th ace because it had blood on it. Maybe. I don't know if this makes sense. I guess it does. My reason is this. Is that an ace? Why, it's got blood on it! Right next to the spade! What? Oh, he's twitching! It's insane. Why wasn't I told about this? You keep bringing evidence into this courtroom as well. I'm allowed to too. Could this be? Could this be the missing fifth ace? Inconceivable. How could you? What are you doing with that card? Well, that's the thing. Why is Mr. Gavin so upset? It's just a fishy card from some fishy girl. Oh, that card? It's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Borsch Ball Club that night after the murder had occurred. I gave it to my daughter. Cards? You can't just steal evidence from a crime scene! It's tampering! It's tampering! This would not hold up in a court of law! This would not hold up! You can't take evidence from the crime scene and then bring it back later! It would not... It would not... It does in Japan. No! It's stupid!
Objection!
You could have just put blood on it! Impossible, unacceptable. The court can't accept this evidence. It's fraud. Agreed, Christoph. Christoph's kind of cooking. Christoph Gavin kind of cooking. He's making sense. A fraud? How can you be so sure? What? I think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene, the real killer. Allow me to elaborate. What if this trace of blood was the reason? The reason for the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime? Where are you going with this? Take another look at the photo and the victim's head. At the moment of the crime, his hat fell to the floor, and a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down the back of his head, and it fell down behind the seat onto the floor? Wouldn't a drop of that blood have fallen onto one of the cards? I suppose. The killer then took the card to hide the blood.
Objection!
Regardless, that evidence is non-permissible. Oh? Right, regardless of how you wasted the last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer. You know what a serious crime it is to conceal evidence! This whole game is about concealing evidence! Everybody conceals evidence and nobody cares! Oh, we can discuss the finer points of our legal system later. Phoenix! Phoenix, he really said, yeah, I don't know. What's important now is that I've answered your question. That's insane! What are you talking about? You wanted to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene. See, this is bullshit, because when Edgeworth brings out, like, fake evidence, everyone's like, that's fake, and I'm gonna prove that it's fake. But then when he does it, like, you can't have it both fucking ways! Can't do this, Phoenix. I've told you, that one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence, you see. This is baseless conjecture, baseless.
Objection!
Who's that, Apollo? No, Phoenix! Oh, I assure you it's quite based. Hold on. I'm gonna screenshot this. I assure you it's quite based. He's so fucking awesome. He's so fucking awesome for this. Oh, Phoenix, you're based as fuck. Damn it, Phoenix. I love it. He's him. He's that guy. Yeah, he's that guy. Oh, that's so funny. What? It's amazing, really, how a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the truth. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo? Yes? Try picturing the scene of the crime. In your head. Oh shit, we go in 3D! The murder took place in the hideout. The body of the luckless victim was found at the poker table. And before the killer swapped a card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on it. In the victim's hand. Wait, sorry. Yeah, in the victim's hand. Given this, there is one decisive problem with this scene. Well, what is it? Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given that there was a drop of blood on the card, whose position in this diagram doesn't fit? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, the second witnesses? Whose position doesn't fit with the bloody card? His. Because if it dripped down back over his head and it was in his hand, it couldn't have... Right? I mean, he already said it himself. The blood dripped back down over his head and his hand's up here, so... Do I point at his head or to his... His hand was on the table? Well, yeah, okay, yeah. Still, it's on the table, exactly. The blood dripped this way, so it couldn't have been here. Plus, it was also literally, Phoenix's hand, right? It was the ace from his hand. It was the spade. Or I guess, no, it's the 5th ace card, so... No, okay, no, it's here, it's here. This can't be it. Isn't it the victim's position that's the problem? I don't follow your logic? What? Look, the victim was struck on the head, sending him back in his chair. I think any blood would fall behind the body. Yeah, exactly. Not onto the table in front of him. Take a look at the photo again. If he bled in this position, the blood would fall onto the floor, not onto the cards. But that's right, so what does this mean? Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs. Swivel chairs? Oh man. Apollo, try turning the chair around. Oh wait, I get to do this myself? Oh, this is fun. How do I do it? How do I don't actually get to do it. I just have to point it out. Yeah, I can only just point. Okay, there we go. Ah! The chair was facing the other way? It would have to be. We have to assume that at the time of the murder, the victim's chair was facing away from the table. This is like crazy. This is just going and going. Facing away from the table. When Mr. Wright returned from informing the police which way was the chair facing, when I came back to the room, the body was facing as seen in this photo. That would mean the killer turned the chair back around. Let's take the next step. Look at the diagram once more. We know now that the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder. But this creates another significant contradiction. Again? Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Apollo, whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime? Victims, the killers, the witness, the second witnesses? Judge, examine this guy's balls, please. Agreed. Whose location creates a contradiction if the victim was facing away? The killers, I guess, because you couldn't have hit him on the front of the head from this direction. I'm assuming. The victim was struck from the front, correct? Indeed. Wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front, sitting where his indicator currently is? I think it'd be quite hard, yes. Bailiff, whack this guy's pee-pee! Yes, but what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim suddenly turn to face the wall in the middle of a game? I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light. There's something in this diagram that makes it far less sense, actually. Look again at the diagram. Although if the victim was struck while he was sitting as shown here, where would his assailant be standing? He would be standing in front of him, and there's a cupboard there, so we can't do that. No room to put a mark where the killer should be. Don't worry, let's think it through and see what we find. You know the victim was facing towards the wall at the time of the crime. Only thing we know for sure. Trying to forget about everything else. Where would the killer have to be standing to strike our victim from the front? Here. We'd have to be standing here. Killer had to be standing, well, here. Get points for flair, but that's about all you get. I thought I was onto something there, too. I hardly need to point out that standing there would be impossible. So the victim is facing a solid cupboard. Or are you claiming the killer climbed the cupboard and hit him from above? That would be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. It's simple logic, really. If this was the only place the killer could have been standing, then that means that at the very moment of the crime... Wait, I know! At the moment of the crime, cupboard wasn't there. What's this now? I mean, that's the only explanation, right, Mr. Gavin? It moves, the cupboard moves, because it's one of these old mafia hideout places and there's secret tunnels. That's how he got in and out as well. That's how he got in and out! Oh, that's how Gavin got in and out of the place! and that Nick didn't see him. Your Honor, I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange to examine the cupboard in the hideout immediately. Bailiff, send a team to the crime scene immediately. Have them try to move the cupboard. Ah, Your Honor? What? There's one more thing your men should look for. Please give this to the bailiff. More evidence! I'll fucking kill you, Phoenix. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright. I do my best. Aw, someone give him his badge back. Let's forge ahead here while we wait. Look at the diagram once again. It's been changed. If the killer was standing here at the time of the crime, then this cupboard wasn't here. Which means... Apollo, try moving the cupboard. I get it. The cupboard would have to move to the left, which means the window you wouldn't be able to see through the window. Got it. Understood. As you can see, the cupboard was the problem. At the time of the murder, it has to have been shown here. Which means he couldn't see. Now everything is in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime. Oh my, what's this? Oh, what's this? Gets flashbanged. Why did he say that? Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more. It appears we found yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction, in fact. Oh dang! Notice something, Apollo? Our line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion. Did you see the video of the real attorney that played this game and saw the updated autopsy report and he was like, bullshit? No, I didn't see that, but that's so funny. Like, it's such bullshit, this just isn't how it works. But it's fun though, Is it the victim, the killer, the witness, the second witness? Which indicator in this diagram contradicts what we know about the crime? What we know is that this bitch could not see through the window. About this cupboard. Are we all okay with assuming it was moved? Sure, why not? Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. The cupboard would completely cover up the window to the stairs! Ah! That's right. I feel like to win in a court case in this game, all you have to do is shout louder. That makes more sense, right? Like, this judge believes anything if you're like compassionate enough about it. Oh, sorry, not compassionate, regular passionate. If you're passionate about it enough, he'll believe you. Someone like Mr. Gavin. What did you say? Oh, is that the coolest defense in the West? Losing is cool? You don't expect me to play along with your little game, right? It's only a game until someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. Someone was while the window... Oh wait, somebody was while the window to that room was blocked by the cupboard. So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court exactly where did you witness the crime scene from? Excuse me, Your Honor. Order! This is a court of law and I will have order! We just now received word from the investigative team at the Borscht Ball Club. They've examined the cupboard and the hideout, Your Honor. And oh my god, it moves! What did they find? Well, Your Honor, turns out there is a secret passage behind it! I knew it! What? Is this still the first case? Yeah, V-Hunch, yeah it is! Yes, it is! I believe I mentioned something of the sort before. This is one of the tricks to the room many of our regulars know about. I remember him saying something about that now that he mentions it. Secret passage is a handy thing to have when you're engaged in illegal going-ons. You never know when you might need to duck away from the eyes of the law. Well, the room has a secret passageway. Where does it go? The other side connects to the restaurant above. The underworld bosses could get away from the cops and enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer. Oh, yeah, very girthy cases. My goodness, very meaty, very girthy. See where our line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo. I see it, but I don't believe it. That girl wasn't kidding when she said I needed this trump card for the last hand. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked and the victim's hat was only off his head for a few minutes.
Damn girl, so girthy.
Damn, girl. That's a girthy case you got there. Only off his head for a few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder and Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin, come on, say something. Dare I ask what really happened that night? Actually, I think we can probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, for whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith, a date with destiny. He had a date! They were lovers! They were lovers! There he crouched, hidden in the secret passageway behind the cupboard, holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment. Then the chance came, and he took it. But why? Why did Gavin murder him? Was he upset that he was trying to, like, disparage
Wow, this defense
Phoenix?
is really killing it.
Yeah! Oh my god, Funky! Hey! Good one, good one. Miss Olga Orley was, out cold, struck by Mr. Smith. But his time was soon to come. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops, leaving Mr. Shady Smith alone in the hideout with the unconscious dealer. And our killer stepped out from the secret passage and into the hideout. I think, personally for me, he heard that Mr. Smith was going to, like, make Phoenix look bad. And he's like, you can't do that to my boyfriend. You know, he got really pissed off. He's like, you're gonna try and blackmail my boyfriend, or it's a setup, you're gonna prank my boyfriend? Fuck you. And he killed him. Our killer stepped out from the passage and into the hideout. The victim must have heard the cupboard sliding aside. Wheeled his chair around to look, and smack! Grr, don't mess with my BF. Yeah, one less F, not BFF, it's BF. After the deed was done, the criminal must have seen the blood on the card. He would have, of course, realized the need to destroy the evidence. A single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime. Too bad for him he didn't linger any longer in the hideout that night. If he had, he might have noticed the cards on the floor. And the fact that they were all red. Ooh. Maybe he saw that pic and got jealous where Smith has his arms around him. That's true. Got jealous. I didn't get bonked for some reason. Why does the bonk seem so broken? Seems this trial has taken yet another turn. I'm truly sorry I had to see this day come, Mr. Gavin. Thank you for the hydrate, B-Hutch. Ugh. Mr. Gavin? Mr. Payne? Yerk? Yes, Your Honor? Prosecution will continue its investigation. As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant, he is hereby cleared of all suspicion. What? Believe me when I say that I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin. But I'm afraid circumstances call for me to issue a warrant for your arrest immediately.
Objection!
Whoa. Oh, no need to apologize. I rather enjoyed myself. He loves to murder. He loves to slay. Not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand. Dirty tactics! Your point, Mr. Gavin? Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked that a person of your caliber would be taken in by such a low-grade parlor trick. Excuse me? The defendant is cleared of all suspicion? This is hardly the time for jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence to put the blame on someone else. And not just anyone else, but me, his own defense attorney. Illegal evidence? I mean, it is illegal evidence. Let's all be honest. Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin. Is there still any reason at present to suspect me of wrongdoing? Of course. This bottle, for instance. Bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking. How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints on the murder weapon? And not just any fingerprints. Am I right, Mr. Payne? That's true, his fingerprints are on the bottle, but there's also no blood on the bottle. I seem to recall this being an issue earlier. Yes, it was, but there's no blood on the bottle. Surely there would be if he had smacked him over the head with it. The court and this case demand an explanation. I can think of only one reason why one would hold a bottle upside down, and that is to hit someone with the bottom of the bottle. Well, Your Honor? See how the court fish squirms to the last. Well, Apollo, it's because he put the card in the bottle. But where is the card? Sorry, let me pull my chair in. Is it grape juice or is it wine? It's definitely wine. The boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle still. But I'm sure you can come up with a suitable explanation, just like that. Yeah, just like what? Why would anyone grab a bottle upside down other than to... I pick them up like that all the time. Am I crazy? Who the fuck doesn't pick up their bottles by the neck? I mean, I pick it up by the body a lot too, but like, you know, you just reach down, pick up the bottle by the neck and then carry it. Are you a killer? No, I'm just picking up bottles like that. I think that makes sense. Oh, money. Thank you so much for following. Welcome to the circus. Oh, I think you can pick bottles up like that. It doesn't mean you're a murderer. Don't let him trick you into thinking his explanation is the only legitimate one. Is there really another? Take another look at the court record. I believe you'll find a simple answer there, in plain sight. How about you just say the answer in plain words? Yeah, please. It would be hasty to deliver a verdict with unanswered questions indeed. Well, Mr. Justice? Mr. Gavin said that the court in this case demanded an explanation. Don't worry, justice won't leave until justice is done. What a stupid thing to say about yourself. Oh, Apollo! He's so cringe! Justice won't leave until justice is done. Perhaps the defense would care to enlighten the court. He's so full of his own name. I know! What evidence do you have to explain why the fingerprints on the bottle are upside down? I mean, from where Phoenix was sitting, if he wanted to grab this bottle, he would have to reach across and grab it. And same if he was sitting here. If he wanted to grab a bottle from here, he would have to reach down and grab it. He said that when he discovered the card was in his pocket, he put the bottle, he said he put the card in the wine bottle, and this is the wine bottle. So surely he had to reach across here, take the bottle off the table, and then put the card away, the one that was in his pocket. I don't know, I'm gonna present this. I'm wrong, it didn't stop, the music didn't stop. Oh, it stopped! It stopped! It
Yummy
stopped!
grape juice.
Yum 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 yum! No! Now seems like the perfect time for a penalty! What do they expect? I have no idea how to explain it. Make it too hard, Apollo. The answer's right in front of you. Just reach down and pick it up. Or try picturing situations in which one might grab a bottle upside down. I was! That is what I was doing! That's what I was doing, Phoenix! That's because you would have to reach and grab it with your left hand and grab the neck of the bottle. The only other one I can think of is this one, because this is where the bottles are next to him. You had to reach down and pick it up. It's this one, fuck you. It's actually easy to show. So I was right. I was literally right. I was just the wrong photo. Again, I've done that like 3 times in this case where my point was correct, but 2 pieces of evidence could have been the right option. You were overthinking it, but I wasn't though. I wasn't. Both of those made perfect sense to me. Actually easier to show you than explain, Your Honor. Place that bottle on the floor next to your chair. Yes, now reach down and pick it up. This is exactly what I'm saying. To all of you people in the chat that said I was a psycho for picking up bottles this way, this is the whole point of the case. This makes or breaks it. This is the make or break moment of the case, proving whether people pick up bottles like that or not. And I'm telling you, I've been right from the start. Pick up bottles like that. Without getting out of your chair. Yeah, exactly. You reach down, you pick it up like that. I couldn't call you normal, it'd be a spoiler. I knew. See, you can actually go to pick up the bottle by its neck. With your fingers upside down. Look at this photograph taken the night of the murder. The defendant, Mr. Wright, sat here. Playing piano, bottles of grape juice on the floor to the side of his piano bench. He would have naturally picked up the bottles upside down several times. Yeah! Can't believe it was that simple! Recall our dinner that evening, Christoph. I was drinking my usual juice then too. Juice. Basically, you used the bottle on the table to do the deed. Then you must have remembered. So you went and picked one of the bottles up from under the piano. You switched the bottles. You took one of Rat's bottles and made it look like the murder weapon. Well, I don't know if I believe that, because those bottles were upstairs, so he would have killed the guy, then had to run upstairs and grab a bottle, and then come back down and replace the bottle, and then leave through the secret passage. While Phoenix was standing up there. Or are you saying the passage leads down? And up? Oh, okay. Alright, okay. I know the passage leads to the same spot, but I thought that it made... I thought it didn't really make sense for him to run upstairs and downstairs to, like, go get one of the bottles and come back and then replace it. I don't know. Fascinating. I didn't think you would have time. Fascinating. So this is the legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection. Is it still going? Let me put you in prison! Claim that I switched the bottle? Where is your proof? Proof? Well, that's, as I thought, more baseless conjecture. I'm afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty.
Objection!
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your Honor, when you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall I requested an additional investigation? That's true, he did give him a memo. What is this? What is this? Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at the Borscht Ball Club. They are just throwing new information at me all the time. And here's one of the bottles in question. What are you going to do? Dust that for fingerprints too? I would be surprised if any were on that but his. Mr. Gavin probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake, true. That bottle won't bear a trace of anything. It'll have the card in it. Say Apollo. Yes? Why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle? Just humor me. Mr. Wright, that bottle will solve this case once and for all. It better! That's some bottle! I see it! I see it! I see it! The card! The card! There's something inside the bottle! What's this? That card, it can't be. Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment. Miss Olga O'Reilly? Yes, our little swindling Devochka. That night I planted the card like I was supposed to, and Wright lost the last hand just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him, but the planted card was gone. The trap failed. Wait, this isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? The one you mentioned in this piece of testimony? I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of Hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game. There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. Five of Hearts. This is the card. The bottles were swapped. And the only one who could have done that was the 4th person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Oh, I love him so much. My god, he's going to explode! What? How is he doing that? How is he doing that? My goodness. That is all. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago? My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete. Tete-a-tete? For me, tit for tat. I'm glad we could go for tit. I'm glad we could go for tit for tat. I'm glad we could go tit for tat, right? This is insane. What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone? You get to prosecute him, dude. He's right there. He goes to prison.
Tat-a-tat.
Tat-a-tat. I believe this time we've finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Payne, do you have a report for us on Christoph Gavin? He's admitted everything. We're processing his arrest right now. Doesn't he come back later in the game? Teddies? Ooh, tetties. I see. Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he? None that we know of. Mr. Wright, have you anything to add? Yeah, they're boyfriends. I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on the matter. About this victim, Mr. Shady Smith. His occupation was listed as traveler. An odd profession to be sure, and that's all we know about him. I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor. Good, Mr. Wright. He said his past was straight? Damn it! No! It cannot be! 7 years, and you still haven't lost your touch. Christoph Gavin was a man with much significance for me, both as a friend and a lawyer. He was extremely talented, to be sure. I needed 2 things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated, this courtroom. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice, in other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo. Me? This is a dark time for our legal system. A twisting of justice brought on by our own initial trial system. Damn, he's getting political. We have to set it right. He wants to change the system. Mr. Wright. Our work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, am looking forward to it. Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Confetti! Yippee! I love that they do confetti in the courtroom. What a ridiculous place. Court is adjourned. All right, we did it. It's a poor amount of confetti. Yeah, but any amount of confetti in a courtroom is like pretty crazy, I think. Thanks, Apollo. You came through just like I thought you would. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered Mr. Gav, the killer. I couldn't have done it by myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability. Ability? Yes! A sensitivity I lack. You'll come to understand it soon enough. Wait, I wonder if he means... Yeah, the Sharingan. I have one question for the witness then. Yeah. What was that, Mr. Wright? Now you'll have to find the answer to that question yourself. Eye of Justice. I like that. Answer, right. Today was full of questions without answers, most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have had to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come. Oh, wait, you don't know, do you? This locket is the key. That reminds me, I met the girl whose picture... So why did the other guy even have the locket? And why did Phoenix snatch it back off of him? We're still missing so much information about what happened. Your daughter, right? That's right, she's my daughter. You know, you were right about this locket. I took this off his neck the night he died. But it looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. The truth is, this locket really did belong to him. But why did it have a photo of your daughter? Yes, also that's perjury. You testified, you said that locket was yours. I did no such thing, actually. I merely said that it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. Why did that weirdo have a picture of your daughter in a necklace? Subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. And it's the truth. Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter inside it? Sometimes the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're still just getting started with your career. Speaking of, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices after all. I can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Apollo. Yes? How about coming to work for me? Are you gonna open a law firm? Your attorney's badge got taken away. I mean, at the Wright & Co. law offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. Can't imagine that to be true, but... Wait, you're not a... I turned in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore. Oh, so sad. That incident 7 years ago. Let's see. That legendary trial. And at the middle of it all was one man, Phoenix Wright. The case reached its sad conclusion and he left law for good. I'm so curious! Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts? I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Oh! Forged evidence? What are you talking about? I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. Was it the card? Really? One piece of evidence struck me as odd, it's true. Just seemed, well, too perfect. I'll bet this was the forged evidence. I mean, it has to be the card because it just came out of fucking nowhere.
Take that!
You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter, Mr. Wright. That card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left. Leaving the wrong card in its place, luckily for us. Why would you do this, Phoenix? I loved you! I believed in you! Court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud? How can you be so sure? I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene, the real killer. Okay, I get it. So he brought it in to, like, prove a point, basically. I get that. My verdict was already handed down 7 years ago. Oh my god, Phoenix. Then you really... Yes, I forged this card. One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real. You can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney. Who's calling themselves an attorney, Apollo? That's true, he did say he had it in his badge. Ooh. So it's true, the rumor is true. 7 years ago. Did he forge evidence 7 years ago? Phoenix, I'm disappointed in you. Brag! Oh my god. I punched him! Whoa! Whoa! Apollo, you punched him? Bro! I mean, I kind of get it, but wow! Punched him! It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office's address. Drop in if you like. Mr. Wright, about your uppercut. It was an uppercut? Try yelling, take that next time I fight him back's a little more punch. He's such a trooper. Like, through all of this, he's just enjoying himself. Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time. I just want him to clean up. And with that, Mr. Wright walked out the door, and that's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries went unsolved, and at the time I had no idea they were all related. Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I'd find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law, and this is how my story begins. Woo! We did it! We did the first case, let's fucking go! God, it's a long time. Alright. Let's fucking go! This is gonna take so many streams to complete. 4 hours in, let's begin the game. Woo! Not today, not today. Turn to the games menu. Yeah, we won't go to the next case yet. God damn! God damn! See, that's what I'm talking about. Is he not the prosecution later? Does he look like Kristoff to you? Yes? Yes? What, does he have a twin brother or something? He looks exactly like Kristoff, but he's in different clothing. He must have a brother. He's got a twin. And an earring. Alright, it's his brother, for sure. He's very hot. He is very sexy. He is very attractive. It's true. Alright, nice. God, there's so many games to do in this. Like, there's four more episodes in that one. Alright, I don't know why I did that. There's, sorry, 3 more episodes in the first game. And then we got the next game, which has 6 episodes. At least we get to play as Phoenix again. I'm excited for this one. Then we have Spirit of Justice, which is another 6 games. Or 6 cases, rather. Who is she? The orange girl? I don't remember who she is. I think I played, like, 1 episode of a case with her. It must have been in this game. Like, I think I've played the first episode of this game before, because I do remember her. We won't talk about her for now? Yeah, we don't have to talk about her. It's fine. I think I did play 1 of these cases. I didn't play any of these cases. Maya Faye! I miss her so much. I can't wait to see her. Alright, well, there you have it, folks. That was Ace Attorney. Let's exit. And let's head to my chatting screen. 1 second. Come on, there we go. There we go. You gonna end now, Lou? Yeah, I don't think I can get through a whole nother case today. Assuming they're gonna be longer than the tutorial case too. It would probably take a lot. It'd probably take like another 5 hours. I'll probably do 1 case per stream. That was a long case? Yeah, it was. I'll do 1 case per stream. First time watching a whole case? Didn't you watch the whole case with the other game I played, The Great Ace Attorney? Don't worry, the game is only like 90 hours. I think it's manageable if I do 1 case per stream. That's the best way to go about it. And I can take pauses in between, I won't forget evidence, stuff like that. Yeah, damn. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. Some of the later cases you'll need to do 2 streams because they get really long. Oh, okay. We'll see when I get there. It was fun. I'm glad you had fun. I love watching someone play this for the first time. Well, I'll probably play it again next week. I'll probably play the next case next week. Yeah, I'll just do like 1 case per week, so I hope you come back and watch that one too. As for next case needs Plum, not gonna lie. Damn, Funky fucking straight up hates me. Funky straight up hates me. Unwatchable without Plum. I won't say why, but it's very important. Well, I'll see if I can get Plum on board. I'll see if I can get Plum on board for the next one. She wouldn't mind, I'm sure. I'm a #1 Plum fan, #1 Lou hater. Yeah, I know. I get it. Alright, let's find someone to raid. I think I will raid... my friend Dooble Bear. Dooble Bear, is a new streamer, and YouTuber. You probably see them sometimes in the chat. We like Dooble Bear here. We love Dooble Bear. Let's see. Looks like she just surpassed 100 followers, but she deserves more. So let's all go raid Dooble. make sure you follow her because she's very cozy. She's very funny. She's funnier than me. She's fucking hilarious. Here we go. Here's the raid message. Here's the sub raid message. Copy paste the first one if you're not subscribed. Copy paste the second one if you are subscribed. And we'll go hang out on Dooble's channel. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be doing an art stream. And I might do a weekend stream too. I don't know. It's not on the schedule, but it just might. Oh! Why didn't the TTS work? Why is the TTS being mean and unfair? Why is it doing this to me? Here, I'll make her say it myself.
I love you.
I love you too, Jimbly. We are raiding now though. Baby Plum betrays me? It's so unfair! It's so unfair, I don't know why this happens. Anyway, everybody copy paste the raid messages. I'll be back Friday and I will also probably be back on the weekend. Also, it is my dad's birthday today, so everybody say happy birthday to my dad right now. I'm gonna go give him his presents in a minute. Everybody say happy birthday to the clown father. And I'll see you all next time. Bye bye!